Hello, everyone, and welcome to Newly Forged. First off, a big thank you to our two latest followers, England Autumn, who came by last week and followed, and Fumbles ODTV, who followed in the meanwhile, which is pretty cool. So, welcome and thanks for joining. And thank you to everyone who has followed with us so far and come along on Newly Forged. And now we're up to episode 23. Is that
Oh,
crazy?
damn. Has it been that long already?
Yeah, right?
Time flies.
When you're having fun. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right?
And we have no concept of what day it is.
Well, that too.
It might be Tuesday, it might be June. It's hard to say.
It all
It
melds
might be
together.
Tuesday, it might be June.
It's crazy. But hello, I am Jared. I am your dungeon master. With me are these five glorious people who we will go around and introduce, tell everyone who you are, what you're playing, who you're playing, and I would like to know what your character's favorite like breakfast food would be if it couldn't be fish. Um,
Oh, no.
let's start up at the top in this corner with Mike. Take it away.
Hello, everyone. My name is Mike. I play Defect, the Nuuli Forged barbarian. And let's see. Now that Defect is slowly entering the world of fine cuisine, at the moment, I believe the only thing he had was what we had last week's session, which was what, like
My cooking. I think it was like weasel things.
I was going to say it was like a rat type thing.
Yeah, it was a near
It's
rat.
like a rabbit.
Oh, yeah, the mere rat, the one I wanted to make into a pet. Yeah.
Yeah, there you
I
go.
feel like Defect's concept of food would right now just be on. So that would be his breakfast. Breakfast of champion.
All right, so he's on to the near rats. I dig it.
Breakfast of barbarians.
Breakfast of barbarians. I love
Barbarian
it.
champion, same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Well,
right.
he's not a champion, so
Yeah,
he's
that's a
Oh, you're
fighter.
right.
That's a fighter archetype.
Yeah.
Silly me.
And
Totally
next,
different.
let's hop on down to Amber.
Hello, I'm Amber. I play Greg, the Goblin Artificer. And my favorite food that isn't fish, because, well, really, fish is kind of gross. It's got lots of bones in it, is probably meat.
Meat. I like it.
Just there you go. The end.
I'm with
Fish
you.
meat.
I'm with you. I dig it. I like a good breakfast meat. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
Well, I guess vegetarians, but whatever.
Yeah.
Next,
Yeah.
let's
Not
go.
Greg. Greg is not a vegetarian.
Let's go down to Sarah. Sarah.
Hey, I'm Sarah, and I am playing Olive, who's the half-orc druid. And Olive, being a sensible type, probably has something like porridge for breakfast.
Fair enough. Next, hopping over to Tanner.
Hi, I'm Tanner. I'm playing Adis, the Human Ranger. And I would say breakfast food, biscuits and gravy.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Now you make me want to go back to Charleston. Oof.
It's a close, yeah, it's a close second for
Oh,
food.
Did you ever
Jax.
have a Jax? Jax.
Yeah.
Jax is up for sale. Hey, if you're in
Yes.
Charleston, South Carolina, Jax is an amazing restaurant right off the College of Charleston campus. It's up for sale, so buy it and keep the restaurant running.
I'm
Lovely
gonna
little
text my
diner
Charleston
spot.
friends real quick.
One of my
Please.
coworkers came back from North Carolina and brought jugs of sweet tea.
Oh yeah, sweet tea is
Oh,
a
nice.
It was-
entity all of its own in the Carolinas.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
diabetes in every sip, and I loved it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's about right.
Exactly true.
It's like simple syrup, but tea flavored.
Yeah, to make a gallon of sweet tea, you need half a gallon of water, 47 tea bags, and a half a gallon of sugar.
Basically.
And that's
Love
how
it.
it is.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Matt, say hello.
Hi, I am Spoot, the Turtle Cleric, and favorite. Oh, Jared introduced me. Sorry, Matt. Favorite breakfast food would be maybe like a scramble bowl. Yeah,
Ooh, okay.
just like mix it all together: eggs and the meat and potatoes and everything, cheese.
Yeah.
With fish.
Yeah.
Omelet without the flair. I dig it.
If
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I could put fish in it, I would have.
Or a fishbone spoon.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, the bowl is actually carved out of like the head of like a salmon or something.
Mhm,
It's
yeah.
definitely not a turtle shell.
No,
No.
absolutely not.
No.
Not a cannibal.
No, absolutely not.
No, it's the shell of his ancestors.
Yeah, that's
There
what
you
they
go.
do when they pass on. They give you a bowl to use for culinary needs.
Yeah.
It's like a
So bad.
heritage.
Grandma.
The main inheritance, yeah.
Talk about inheriting your grandma's china.
Ew.
Yikes.
Well, with that,
What
let's
a
hop
weird way to
in.
start.
Yeah, we're weird
Bunch of
here.
weirdos.
Let's roll with it.
Yeah.
We're weird here on Newly Forged.
I haven't seen half of it yet.
Oh, I know. Let's dive right in though and begin with a little recap. Last time on Newly Forged, our party defeated some orcs in the night, dealt with wind and rain and cold that impacted their ability to traverse the wild plains. They encountered some entrepreneurial goblins who are going to go somewhere to the west and set up shop.
We bought lots of rice. Oh, they were going to
Yep.
Bushwick, right?
No, they were the Bushwicks.
They cha-
Oh, they
they're
were the
from
Bushwick.
Bushwick.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Okay.
Yes, their clan name is Bushwick.
Got you.
Yeah, and some horrible mushroom liquor.
It
Oh,
appears
yeah.
to be
Yeah.
quite popular, actually, among those of you who have tried it.
Sounds like Bushwick.
They
Sounds like
also
a terrible idea.
They also ran into a hunting party of nomads from the tribe of the Antelope, the leader of which gave the party a bit of info in trade for some javelins. And they were directed to some ruins which, upon investigation, they found some valuables hidden away in a disguised old chest. So now, with night setting in, and the hope that their travels will soon bear fruit, we pick up with our heroes. So the sun is setting. You've kind of gone back to the path. It looks like a few miles out, the forest is beginning to actually condense, and it looks like the plains may be becoming less open and more scattered, and there may be a mix of forest and plains and stuff. So, but it looks like that would be a few more hours going, and it's getting kind of dark now.
Greg, say the thing.
Not quite fun. Is my accent getting any better?
Yeah, a bit. Yeah.
Insight check.
Yeah, go for it.
I know. I was trying to decide if I was gonna lie and be nice or just be honest.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Oh. A nat 20.
He's being nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Decide.
Food is being nice.
Fine.
I mean, it's not hopeless.
This
Well,
is
how
what
do you
you
say
use.
it then? No, let me hear you.
Forgot the words.
It's not
Conveniently.
quite fun.
This is not fair.
Hey, you got to take your notes, man.
I have language notes that are in front of me
Have you
every
not been
game.
paying attention to Grig and their playstyle?
That's very true. Once upon a time, I actually had a little link pulled up so I could translate things to Draconic.
I still have that link. Yeah.
Ah, nice.
Nice.
Ah, yes,
All of
that's
my
true.
notes got covered in water at the end of our last session, so now they're vaguely.
Oh no.
Now they look
Quite
authentic,
likely.
like they're traveled.
I haven't taken any notes.
Well, guess who's gonna need to know all the information in a minute.
Guess who gets to lead the summary discussion next week?
Right? Luckily, I always remember what happened last session. Just last session.
If only you
Just
could go
last-
back and watch previous episodes on YouTube at Nuuli Forged.
I know.
I know.
Are you all of our views? Is that you?
Yes.
Doing your
Constantly
homework every
rewatching.
session?
I love it.
I will go off and find some food.
Great, make a survival check.
My page wants to open.
I did see the
There we
20
go.
for a second. I was like, well done.
Yeah.
Right?
While Adis is off scavenging, how are the rest of you setting up camp? The tent is about folded out now.
17.
Yeah, you find enough food between some like wild potatoes that you happen to find and dig up. You also find some very long-eared, kind of floppy, well, not floppy-eared, but long-eared rabbits.
Near rabbits.
No, they're just rabbits.
I would like to pap them on the head softly.
Make a dexterity-based attack.
Is this a little
Oh
bunny?
no!
An
I
attack.
guess it's an unarmed attack is really what it is.
Okay. So strength or still dex?
No, you can do dex for this. I'll allow it.
Okay, but no
Have very
proficiency.
sharp, pointy
Correct.
teeth.
14.
Yeah, you pop one right on the head. It goes and falls over. The neck got smashed. Yep.
I wanted to pet it softly.
They have one hit point. You
Yeah,
totally
you bopped it
like
on the head.
you
You're too
totally
strong.
like grapes of wrath to that bunny. So you know.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Adis just sits down and cries for a moment.
Oh.
Bopped on the head.
Yeah, that's a literary reference. Cool. So you find enough food. Defect and Grig, what are you two up to while Adis is off hunting potatoes and rabbits?
Hunting wabbits.
Wabbit.
I'm gonna
Wabbit
say that I am gonna be like scratching out, some grass to have a dirt pit for us to do our fire in. Getting like fire stuff ready. And then once I do that, assuming however long it takes, I'm gonna be poring over like one of my books.
Cool.
Because I've found a handful of books right there. One of them is like a spell book, even though I can't use it. It's Grig. Grig is trying.
Yeah. What? So you're poring over the spell book. That's your plan.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of which Gotta read. Zooming in helps. I guess I would just be looking. Yeah, it's the Kobold spellbook.
Okay, yeah, cool, good to know. Yeah, it doesn't make too much sense to you. You know that it's magic, but it's a very different kind of magic than you're used to.
Yep.
So it's just a little bit janky.
That's fine.
Yeah. Defect,
This
how
is
about
fine.
you?
Defect will keep watch, keep an eye out on the surroundings, and when no one is looking, will take out his book of poetry, read a quick poem, think about it a little bit,
Mhm.
and then put it right back in.
Oh no.
Okay. What's the poem you read about?
Wait, is this a self-help book
I
or
get
is
to-
this
I
a
get
different
to
book?
choose?
No, he has a poetry book too.
No, he has a poetry book as well. It's a little
Oh,
pamphlet.
okay.
I don't know. How do I randomly choose a?
Oh damn.
Let's say it's
It's
about.
called
Well,
the
so
internet.
the book is about like 50 pages. Like it's a little pamphlet.
It's two
And
roads
each-
diverge in a yellow wood.
and
Or-
each
I was about
and
to
each
say.
page
Just like,
each
is
page
it
has its
sonnets or
own poetry.
limericks?
So roll a D100 and I'll tell you what the poem is about.
Oh, is there a table for poems? I mean, there's a table for everything.
There is now.
Okay, lucky 31.
All right, 31. 31. Great. So this poem seems to deal with a man or a woman, whoever wrote the poem, looking out onto a field that has frozen, or like a lake in a field that has frozen. And there are some ducks on it. And make an insight check or a wisdom check. Either one.
All right. Okay. Do insight. Oh, nat 20.
Damn.
That was a metaphor. The
All
ducks
right.
are a metaphor. I get it.
Yeah, you get this feeling that the ducks are a metaphor for struggling through a difficult time in conversation, or a difficult time and having like a conversation with yourself about the difficult time, because the ducks are described as like shuffling along across the ice and not really being able to swim, and they're just being kind of awkward about it. But you find deep meaning in that. You also come to a realization that if someone else had read this, they might have just thought it was a poem about ducks because he saw ducks one day.
Mm-hmm.
This leads you to believe that the entire volume, the entire folio of poetry, is up for interpretation.
I quietly whisper to myself, and that
What?
I am a duck.
I am a duck. I'm dead. I'm gonna make you. I'm gonna make you a duck totem. You're gonna be a duck barbarian.
Yes. New path.
Oh God, I'm gonna have to get that from Matt Mercer. Damn it.
Swimming speed. That's what
He's not
it
doing.
is.
He's not busy these days, I hear.
Yeah, he should be easy to contact, I'm sure.
Definitely.
Oh
yeah.
Well, great. Olive, what are you up to while Defect is busy reading?
So I'm going to gather some firewood and build a fire and pull out the bag of spices to have handy when Adis comes back with something to eat. And because I don't really trust Adis, I'm also going to set my hunting trap off in the side somewhere and see what I can catch before breakfast.
Use you.
Okay.
Huh.
You're off hunting. You can't hear me.
No rabbits for you. Damn.
Ooh,
Trust
the
Adis.
shade.
gosh.
And Spoot, what are you doing
It's a
while,
game of who's the
while
better
Adis
ranger.
is off hunting and everyone else is making fun with themselves?
Yeah. I might see if Greg could use a hand with their little fire building and wood gathering, and use that as an opportunity to sort of apologize for embarrassing them earlier. I didn't mean to make fun of your
I
pronunciation.
assume you mean Olive and not Greg.
No, I thought Greg was also doing a little fire making thing. Did
Greg-
you also?
Yeah.
Did you not?
Yeah,
I was gonna clear out, like, the
cleared
fire pit.
fireplace. I just wanted to
Yeah.
clarify because they both said they were firing. So
I don't know who's making a fire where. I'm going to Grig, wherever they are.
They're reading their magic book.
And say, yes, well, hopefully I can catch them before they're too busy. And say, I don't know if we've had a lot of time to practice some of those words lately. You know, we had started that back in Red Sand. If you have some time, you wanna practice some more, let me know.
Okay, let's do it right now. I wasn't
Okay.
really embarrassed. I don't know why you were trying to be nice. I was asking, like, was it better or worse? But let's practice. Let's go.
Let's do it. And that is what Spoot is gonna spend his night doing.
All right.
I've stopped reading.
Okay, so y'all are doing that. Adis returns, a meal is prepared, and it's quite tasty with the spices that Olive has procured.
Since Ada sees Grig occupied, he doesn't show her skinning and how to prepare the rabbits to eat.
Okay.
Dang it. What? Now Amber knows that.
Are these rabbits soft and fluffy, and can we make things from their fur?
If you are a skilled leather worker, then possibly.
We don't have anything to preserve a rabbit for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is
Yeah.
a furrier, so.
No.
We need what's that? There's a bag of holding that is also a refrigerator.
A bag of colding.
What?
Is
I really hope that's the real name.
That's what I call them. I don't know if there's another name for them. But
I saw
stasis bag? I don't know.
it somewhere. Things
You had
don't go
what-
bad in the bag.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a
Interesting.
much lower carrying capacity, but yeah. Great. So you all have your meal, you chat amongst yourselves, and it gets time to be time for the evening. Are you watching this evening?
Yes.
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 Cool.
Of course,
Who will take
We
the
don't-
first watch?
we don't trust you.
All right.
Well, I'll take the first watch.
Okay. Go ahead and make a perception check and tell me what defect does while on watch.
While on watch with that perception,
Yeah, with a 6, it's very quiet out here. The wind is casually blowing. You can see the stars are pretty open tonight. The cloud cover seems to have mostly rolled away. But there's not much around.
do I hear any animals? Any hoot of an owl or?
I killed them all.
Not with a 6. You keep thinking about that poem.
Okay, I keep thinking about the duck. Okay.
Yeah. You've got ducks on the brain.
Alright. That's it. That's my night.
All right.
Whack.
Whack. And who will you wake up, Defect?
I'll wake up my best friend, Grig.
Spoot.
All
Just
right.
kidding.
My turn.
Spoot just wants to be loved.
Aww.
True.
All right.
Yeah.
Greg, go ahead, roll that perception check, and tell me what you get up to during your watch.
I am gonna do my best Adis impression. Like, when I see Adis like looking in the woods and like trying to track and like I'm like trying to think about all of that. Yeah, exactly. Put a little eye makeup on. Because maybe this impacts how you see. You know,
You
Group
just
doesn't
go
know.
into Adis's bag and pull out the guy liner. And just like
On the glare.
I imagine Greg just reaches into like the fire, gets some charcoal, and just
And
kind
just wipes it on my face.
of rubs it on their face.
Keeps the
You're like
dust
there
out. Yeah.
now. Maybe this helps. And so I'm like gonna sit there and like try really hard and be focusing and listening, trying to like mimic his motions or whatever.
All right, go ahead, make a perception check.
Practicing. No,
Oh,
perfect.
so yeah, so you're looking around and you're like, why can't I see anything? This is so weird. And that's when you realize like the charcoal that you put on your eyeliner, you
Oh
kind
my
of put
God.
it over your whole face, and
In my eyes.
it's a thick layer, so it's just covered your vision, and now your eyes are starting to water because of the ash, and so you just spend your entire watch like getting it off and washing your eyes out and hopefully avoiding any disasters that may or may not have happened.
Yeah.
In fact, go ahead, make a dexterity saving throw for me.
Cool. I'm gonna like call my mage hand out and have it be like wiping my eyes clean.
Cool. Yeah.
Dexterity save, you said?
Yep.
12.
Okay, cool. So your mage hand is giving you a hand, wiping the charcoal out of your eyes.
Now your mage hand needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
When all of a sudden you hear a little clink, and then you feel a sharp snap, and you take 2 points of piercing damage
Oh no.
Okay then.
as you feel what appears to be a hunting trap that was placed off on the side of the campground has now snapped over your foot.
I wonder where that came from.
Cool.
It's from your secondary ranger.
Yep. I wasn't paying attention. I'm gonna
Although-
scream.
Boot is actually better in survival, so tertiary ranger.
Ooh.
Hey, the
No, it's
druid.
Boot's proficient in survival. I don't think
So-
Olive is.
Go ahead
Yes,
and
she
make
is.
a strength
Oh,
check for me, Greg.
Oh, you're
Okay.
not. It's
Just gonna
perception. Right.
swear real big. I'm making noise.
All
Hey,
right.
nat
Nat-
20.
With a natural 20, you manage to reach down and like pry the like jaws that have clamped off. You pry them open off of your foot and chuck the thing off to the side, and you hear it clatter, and you're just like nursing your ankle a little bit, and like
Yep.
your mage hand is wiping stuff out of your eye, and it was a bad night
Yep.
for you, Greg.
No, it was a terrible night. But yeah, anyway, the swearing helped. I read an article. Swearing helps endurance and strength.
That
Yeah,
is
it is
3
true.
nat 20s so far.
That is.
And nat
Don't.
one.
Why did you bring it up? And that one.
Please don't
That's
have
true.
combat. Please don't have
Maybe
combat.
we're balancing.
Yeah, no combat.
Okay, who
Yeah, that was fun.
who are you going to eventually wake up, Greg?
If you haven't already.
I'm gonna wake up Adis and be like, "Did you do that trap?"
Trap? I don't use traps. That's for,
Okay. Also,
for
why?
amateurs.
Sure, fine. Does the black stuff help? Because I think it hurts. You might need to take that off to be able to see. Maybe that's why we kind of get distracted sometimes.
What did you put in your eyes?
Never mind. Just shut up. I'm going to bed.
This is what you use. And I pull out a Maybelline pen.
Okay, maybe I'll try that next time. I'm going to bed. My leg hurts.
I'll take you to Sephora next week.
Yeah, Adis. Greg just looks a mess. Their foot is bleeding. They've got
Go to bed.
like really bad, like just like a handprint that's smeared across their face of charcoal. It's just a disaster.
Greg, yeah, it's fine. Greg has been in worse shape, but it looks bad. Looks real bad.
Ugh,
But they do their little spin around and lay on top of their bedroll and pass out.
where's
Yep.
the trap
Stomp,
now?
stomp. Poof, poof.
You don't
flop.
know. You don't know anything about the trap.
Greg asked about the trap. If I did it.
You don't know what you don't know what they were talking about.
Well, Olive gave me a trap to use one time, or showed me. So I pulled it out another time. Anyway,
That is
yeah,
that is
that's
all
what-
true. But you
That's
don't know
true.
what
You don't know what
but
I
you
was
don't
talking
have context for the trap that Greg has mentioned. Cool.
Wait,
So a 15.
hold on. I don't
Mhm.
trust 15.
Oh, you're gonna do your thing.
18.
All right. So an 18. What are you doing during your watch? Like, are you doing anything, or are you just looking?
I guess I'm just keeping watch, just watching and listening to the woods specifically to see if there's anything in there that I might recognize versus not, since it's more my favorite terrain and I have absurd perception.
Yeah. So you are looking out toward in the direction of the forest that you can see kind of in the starlight in the distance, and it is reminiscent of home because a lot of the deciduous forests are. you grew up in a place with large, voluminous trees, oak leaves, a few pines, aspens, all kinds of stuff. Uh, and it is comforting. And you, for a moment, you get this warm feeling of remembrance in your heart, in your chest,
Mhm.
and then you realize that it's not coming from inside your body.
I pull out my necklace
It
and
is
hold it.
it is currently floating above your hand
Uh-huh.
and spinning in a direction. And as it starts to point like north, northeast, rotating in your hand, it immediately stops and falls in your hand, no longer unmoving, and you can feel the warmth retreating from it. And within a minute, it's cold again to the touch.
I don't understand why this keeps happening. Adis will just like kind of hold it in his hand for the remainder of his watch, just kind of like hoping that it starts again.
Mhm.
Um, but then I'll just go to wake up Spoot.
Okay. Yeah. It does not happen again this evening.
Okay.
So, Spoot, you are awoken by Adis.
Hmm.
Make an insight check for me.
Hmm. That's fun.
So Adis looks a little preoccupied.
Adis, did you see anything interesting out there?
No, I didn't see anything interesting.
Okay. You feel okay? You're just tired.
Uh, yeah, the woods, yeah, they remind me of home, just, reminiscent.
I understand. Well,
But
get some rest.
will do. Hopefully nothing comes out. I didn't see anything really, but
Is it quiet?
was it quiet?
Yeah. You
Yeah.
noticed that there was like a few owls and bats kind of flying around. You don't know where the bats would live, but they were there.
Interesting.
I relay that.
Oh,
But
I'll
I'm
try
gonna
to keep,
go lay down. So holler
get
if
some
you
rest.
need anything.
Will do. And I'm gonna try to keep a sharp eye out.
All right, go ahead. Make a perception check, Spoot, and tell me what you're doing during your watch. If anything,
Okay.
fun and fancy.
If it's not too distracting, I'm gonna take out my little dice set and start doing a little whittling around on them,
Okay, yeah.
or continue. I think this is the second time I picked them up.
Yeah, your little tile set.
Yes.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Are you carving or are you painting?
I'm attempting to carve.
Okay, cool. Cool. So you're carving away. As you carve, kind of absent-mindedly, because you're actively paying attention. You carve. You realize that your hands are being guided by something that you don't really know, and by the time your watch is over, not only has nothing dangerous come upon you and the dawn begun to break, uh, but before you, you have a half completed tile set.
Oh,
And
that's very
I leave it
interesting.
to you, Spoot, to figure out what images or representations are carved into your tiles. Which you don't
Are
have
you
to do
tiling?
now, but you
Are
can
you,
do.
are you tiling the floor in our tent?
No, no,
Therefore,
it's my
his
little
augury
set.
spell.
Yeah, I could do that next because they went well tonight.
Yeah.
I need a lot more tiles. Though.
And Spoot, I need you, as the dawn comes, to roll a d20 for me.
Oh,
Pressure.
nervous. Oh wait, can't type.
Tell
Ooh,
if that's good or bad.
nice.
I don't know.
All
Insta
right.
death.
So, with a
This is
natural,
painless.
a natural 20. That's good. Yeah, very nice. Um, so you all wake up. It is a bright, sunny day. Not a cloud in the sky. The harsh weather of the past few days seems to be but a distant memory, as though the vast openness of this expanse of land is able to just wipe away problems lickety split. The ground has dried up and lost all of its like retained moisture from the rain, and you all have no problems heading off towards the north, towards the forest. About halfway through the day, uh, Adis and Olive, working together, actually managed to find a shortcut.
Ooh.
And Olive, you are pretty sure that by the end of the day, when you have finished watching, based on when you finish marching, based on your travel and everything, you're getting to an area that you actually are pretty that you know pretty well. And do you think you probably cut about 2 days off your journey?
Sweet.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
It's starting to look familiar.
Cool. Also, just like in the morning, I show Greg how to actually put on the eyeliner.
Okay.
So what does it do? Does it
It
do
helps.
anything?
It helps cut the glare a little bit.
Does it?
It does.
Mm.
He says
Okay.
with a hair flip. It does.
No, it's this.
Of
It's
course.
just a side flip.
Oh, it's just that. Oh.
Yeah. Like
Well,
Adis
there.
just came back from My Chemical Romance concert.
The
It was
very
a live
end of his
stream.
fringe is dyed like blue or something.
Yeah. um. Also, wait. So how close are we to the forest now?
You're in the forest now, baby.
Rainforest.
Oh. One, detect portal. Two, I stop everybody for a minute and do primeval awareness. And since we're in
Okay.
my favorite terrain, it is 6 miles, 5 miles.
Okay, cool. Do you do this like right when you enter the bulk of the forest or around midday?
Just whenever it starts to count, because I don't know if like 2 inches into the forest would count yet.
Sure. So based on like the shortcuts that you found, I'd say like you do it like before you set up camp. Go ahead. Your primeval awareness in a 6 mile radius.
Yes.
You feel.
It's the whole spectrum.
Yeah.
Including dragons.
Yeah, you get a taste of all kinds of things.
Oh, Jesus.
It's almost sensory overload. Like, you get a feeling that there is potential for a lot of creatures, that a lot of things exist in this area. Whether or not they're aggressive towards you or even though you are, even though you're there, is a totally another thing. But you feel things kind of moving in and out of your radius as you concentrate on the spell.
Okay. Panics and Ranger.
Yeah. Why don't
It's a similar haircut.
Why don't you, Adis, roll a d10 for me?
No, it doesn't, Olive.
Cool.
Or Matt? Yeah.
So as you then concentrate on your detect portal, you do sense a portal.
Oh no.
Yeah, within a mile.
I think it. Distance and direction. So how?
Yeah, so it's a little to the west, but it's only like maybe half a mile away.
Guys, do you mind if we take a quick detour?
Why? What'd you find?
Possibly a portal that's active. I just
What?
Go well the last time.
I won't touch it.
Spood immediately starts praying.
Can we be sneaky this time? Because everything that comes out of a portal ends up kind of hurting us a lot.
That's fine. Wait. So what did exactly pop up on my primeval awareness?
Um. So you get all kinds of things from that, right?
Aberrations, celestial dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead.
Oh.
It's like a better detect good and evil, isn't it?
It's a 6-mile range.
Yeah.
Favorite terrain.
Okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's 1 mile, which is still better than 30 feet.
But not monstrosities or humanoids or beasts, right?
No,
So we're mostly heavy on beasts around here.
but I can. I mean, if I
Um,
see those tracks, I can track them because
Yeah.
they're my favorite terrain.
Yeah. You notice all kinds of like animal tracks around you, I would say. You don't get any aberrations.
It's one less panic.
Yeah.
That's it.
You don't get any aberrations, you don't get any dragons, you don't get any celestials. There's no undead that you can tell. So I
Okay.
guess actually you didn't get, I thought it included monstrosities.
No.
And beasts, and I knew it didn't include humanoids, but
Yeah. No. I would say it's the exotic spectrum then.
all right, cool. Yeah, then you didn't really get anything on your primeval awareness.
No fae.
Not at this point in time.
Okay. But yeah, I didn't sense anything dangerous within, or at least that I can have the ability to sense within 6 miles. But the portal's only half a mile away.
Still say we'd be sneaky because if it's a portal, things can come through it, right?
Yeah. I mean, I won't touch it. I'm just curious if it's attached to a waystone still, and I can maybe just mark it on the map at least.
Yep, that makes sense. We do need to investigate it because I want to learn more about these like stones and like why they are there. That's interesting, and also the writing, and maybe all of it. But I don't want to fight anything else.
Maybe you can touch it this time. Maybe you'll have different luck.
No.
And as we approach the port, or like head towards the portal, pass without trace.
Okay, cool.
So for the next
so
hour,
are you being stealthy about your approach then?
Yeah, just in case.
All right, cool. Then everybody go ahead, roll a stealth check, and you get to add 10 as you
And I'm also
stay within 30 feet of Adis.
just keeping an eye out for like as we're going, since we're going stealthy, just like keeping an eye out for any like unnatural looking tracks or like anything that I would not think is normally in a forest.
Okay, go ahead and make a survival check actually as you move along.
Ooh, thank God for pass without a trace.
Yeah.
So 18 on that, and
yeah, great. Cool. So as you move forward in the direction, you kind of know the area. It fades after what, a minute or so?
it's an hour
Oh,
pass
it's an
without a
hour.
trace.
No,
Yeah.
the portal sense.
No, it's just once, and I learned the direction and distance of it,
Okay, cool. So yeah.
and then I can't get lost in my favorite terrain.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. No problem. You go ahead and you roll yourself and your little companions along. Overall, you guys are pretty quiet, but there's a few twigs. It's getting dark, so it's not entirely surprising. And you get out there. You don't notice any particular tracks that look out of place, but you're a little distracted because Spoot's being a little clunky. still quiet, and Olive's kind of making some noise. You're kind of being distracted, so you step on the occasional berry bush and brambles, but eventually you do come to a place that appears to be a clearing. It's not a huge clearing. It's probably about 20 feet around, and inside of it you see a rock formation.
Okay. Does said rock look like it belongs in this area? Or does it like different from the other stones?
Make a nature check.
Gross.
Adis is the only one that spots this first.
8.
Yeah, you all get up and you all can see that there's this like 20-foot round clearing. There's a rock formation in it. Yeah, it looks like just rock. It's granite. It's hard to tell
Does it look?
where it's from. But Adis, as you like walk around and kind of like, because you're suspicious of this whole thing, right? So you walk around, you do notice a wayfinding rune on the far side of the stone.
Okay. Well,
Don't touch it.
the portal's tethered.
Yeah, and Adis, no one else can see the rune, as you pointed out to them.
If we're nervous, do you want me to try to check for traps?
You can't see it.
I mean,
Hang
by
on.
the whole area.
Oh.
Does that mean it's working?
I don't. Is it?
It.
Like,
I
is
think
it?
it does. Because the other
is
one
that
was
thing
flickering,
shifting a
and you
lot?
could see it.
As far as you know about, as much as you know about these Adis, you know that they are designed to be invisible unless people have gone under the rite of marking from the from the village of Lycos, and that's how you got your dragon mark. So
Right. Yeah, but is it doing like the flickering thing like the last one was doing?
nope,
Or is
it is steady and constant, and it is not flickering. It's not rotating. It is, as far as you can tell, perfectly functional.
Huh.
Does it look like any of the previous ones that we saw? Because the 6 were flashing. I forget whether we were able to draw them or not.
They're going
I
too
guess
fast to
I
really.
can't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
that's
were
right.
going too fast for you to really figure it out. But Adis, you can go ahead and make either history or arcana check.
Okay.
Either one of those
Also,
for you would work.
Spook, can I see your book really quick?
Yes.
And I would just like try to draw out the rune for him.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. Do you need any
You want to give me some
for that
guidance?
history
This is
check?
great.
Yeah. I was just thinking
I can
that.
do enhanceability.
Oh, I mean, if you want to do that.
No, that's a big spell. I don't want to do that.
This is a cantrip.
Yeah.
Can I
Could use that enhanceability, damn.
Oh no. I was about to ask if I could assist for the history check, but that's not really possible, is it?
9.
No, this is specific to Adis's history. So, with a 9, this plane is not. It's definitely not the Feywild. You are 100% sure about that.
Okay.
But otherwise, it's hard to tell. You focus so much on the Feywild that the other ones, the other planes, the other inner planes that these Wayfinder stones guided towards, weren't as close to your village, so they didn't impact or influence as often.
Right.
So you're not sure which one this is.
This one escapes me. Maybe we can camp nearby. I can think on it. But where Olive is on the map, is this spot like about here? You know these woods better than I do. It's your home, right?
This is my home.
You can make a
Okay.
survival check to figure that out, Olive. Yeah, he pretty much pointed to approximately the right spot.
Yeah, I mean, that's where we are.
Okay. And I'm just gonna like make a little mark on the map.
I mean, this just looks like a pile of rocks to me, but it's a nice clear spot to put up the tent.
This pile of rocks is not unstable like the other pile of rocks that I touched,
Well, that's good.
but it still has a portal.
I see.
Can I actually try to like go to kind of like where the portal might be and just kind of like try to feel if it's open?
Don't.
No. I'm just like Arcana, like feel if I feel any magic.
Yeah.
Not touching anything.
Yeah.
I haven't-
So
I can help.
Don't touch.
reading the rune, Adis, it tells you that the portal exists. Like essentially, like if you climb up to the top of the rock and jump in a certain direction, that's where the portal is.
Okay.
So you
Hey,
can,
Greg, watch this.
Yeah. So you climb up on top of the rock.
riddance.
Go ahead, make a. You're trying to figure out magic stuff, so go ahead, make an Arcana check.
Okay. Nope.
Oh god.
Do
You
you
can't
want more?
you can't
I'm
tell
tired.
if it's open or not, but it should be, because as far as you can tell, the rune is functioning perfectly normally, so it should be there. But you also know that these runes, part of the deal was not only to anchor the portal there, but also add a layer of protection by disguising the portal, so things
Right.
couldn't find it easily. That's like the whole point.
Okay. All right, so I just like mark it on the map.
Um,
Do you guys want to camp in this area since it's kind of a clearing already? It'll be easier to set up the tent.
What time is it?
It's pretty much sunset at this point. Like, it's going down. It's already dark because the forest around has blocked the actual sunset. So those of you without dark vision are starting to have trouble.
I'm gonna put a little light on my shield.
I think Olive was making a point about something
What's
coming out.
Are horrible things going to come out of this pile of rocks while we're sleeping?
I'm not gonna touch it.
But something else, like a portal, is two-way.
Right.
I didn't.
So we shouldn't camp right here. Can we
Okay, I
like
mean,
just
I
be
didn't-
in the woods nearby and watch it? I'm
That's-
not going to be right next to it. If the door opens and somebody comes through, I do not want to be the first thing they see.
That's fair. I mean, I didn't sense anything for the next 6 miles. 5.5 miles.
It might not be here yet.
All right.
I mean, if you can go through that portal, things can come out of it.
Exactly.
I mean, do you want me to open it?
No. Just because you can open it, something else could open it too. Let's go camp over here where we can see it, but we're in the woods. I'm not even going to do the tent. We don't need to clear it. We can just rough it. We need to watch this. We do need to find out what's going on, especially because of the first one that we found that was already working before you messed with it. So we do need to know so that we can control it, and maybe next time you can touch it, but more carefully. Come on, over here. And Greg starts to try to look for a campsite, emulating what she's seen, or they've seen Adis and Spoot do when, like, looking around. Like, what's a good
Greg,
spot?
make a survival check.
Yes. 2.
Greg, you are confident that, despite your misgivings, the perfect spot to set up the tent is directly next to the rock, kind of like underneath where Adis was standing on top of it.
Yeah, maybe they won't see us from down here.
Yeah,
Greg,
it provides
that's-
cover and hiding.
So you want to sleep next to the portal? I thought you said you didn't want to sleep next to the...
I don't want anything that comes out to see us. That's different.
But what if the portal is on that side?
You can't see it? You can't see where the portal is?
Wait,
Then
can I
yes,
see
no,
the portal?
fine.
No.
What if we
No,
get
so just to clarify, the wayfinding rune tells you exactly where it is, but it also makes the portal invisible.
Oh, okay.
You
Okay.
can see the rune and read the rune because of your dragon mark and the ritual you
Right.
underwent. But people who do not have the dragon mark and haven't undergone the ritual cannot see them if they are functioning properly.
Right, so I can see the mark, but the portal is still invisible.
Correct.
Okay. No, I can't see the portal. It's hidden by magic.
Ugh, how are we going to know where to hide?
There's
Is
some
there
nice
any-
brush over there.
Greg, you are confident that right next to the rock is the perfect place to hide.
Right. So next to the rock is probably the right place to be then.
Greg,
You've already gone close to it, and you didn't
Great.
go through.
Greg, look at that spot over there.
I look. What about it?
Adis points to like a large open space kind of between two tall oak trees. There's branches that look like things may like hang there very easily if you wanted to like make a hammock or something.
Yeah, that's fine. But what about like line sight? If something comes out of this portal that you apparently can't see, are they going to see us? That's what I'm talking about.
That's why we keep watch.
Is it?
Is there any danger in searching for the high ground? We could go back a little ways to where we were.
We can walk. I want to think about this portal, and maybe I need to look at it once more in the morning. But
let's
one of
hide.
those trees where the branches kind of bend down and almost touch the ground and kind of make a little.
that's
like
fine. I
tree
mean,
balloon.
Olive, if you guys want to find a decent spot, I'll find you. I'm gonna go get dinner before it gets too dark.
I just say we hide someplace. We don't do the tent. We don't do a fire. We just hunker down and watch, like a stakeout.
Well, I'm cooking tonight, so I'm gonna need a little bit of fire.
Eat a good berry.
No, there's so many good things I can get here, and then Adis just disappears into the brush.
Okay, make a survival check. Okay, a 26.
And I come back with double food because of Ranger.
Yeah. You come back with like an entire deer. Like you track down an entire deer, and you found like a whole like herd of deer, and managed to pick out one as they were sleeping and quietly like get an arrow in it and mercifully take it out and carry it back.
Defect! This is getting really heavy. Can you grab this for me? I feel like I'm gonna fall over.
Walk over. Yes.
It's like a fawn, isn't it? It's like a little baby, and he's like, just kidding.
Baby
No,
killer.
it's an impressive looking buck. It's got like pretty nice antlers, not like huge. It's not like a massive rack, but a decent sized bunch of antlers.
He's got a good rack.
I mean,
Good.
that's what everybody wants, right?
10 points, probably.
Yeah, I was trying to pick. Like, I'm not a hunter, but I know it's points. How many is a decent?
10's pretty good.
10's pretty good.
It's probably not 10 points. It's probably like 8 points. So it's not like it's not like the alpha of the pack or anything like that.
So it's not like a fabulous rack, but it's a nice rack.
Yeah, it's like a nice, respectable rack.
Okay. I just can't carry it with an 11 strength for too long.
Yeah, you definitely have to stop and like it takes you like about an hour to get back after you've caught the thing, just because you have to like stop and breathe and whew, keep going.
God damn it. That thing was heavy. Next time I might need you to hide in the brush so you can carry stuff back for me. But, Greg, do you want to try helping me skin this thing?
I'm still mad at you, but okay.
I mean, if you just want to watch, that's fine.
Nope. Rolling up my sleeve. Getting out my dagger.
All right. So, question. Is Adis performing the skinning with Grig's assistance, or is Adis directing Grig in the skinning process?
Does Greg feel comfortable trying to lead it?
Grig has never done this before. I've been watching you a lot.
So Greg will assist me.
Great.
This time.
So then make a survival check. Okay. Great. Greg, I would like you to roll a D10 for me.
Okay.
All right. So with a survival check of 21 from Adis, and Greg rolling a 5 on an assist roll, Greg neither hinders nor helps you very much, really. You kind of end up doing it yourself. But, they didn't get in the way or anything.
Do they end up artfully spattered in blood in the process?
Greg ends up a little bit messy, yeah, but Adis, you're fine. And the carcass is not damaged, and there's plenty of food.
Was it educational for Greg?
Right.
Yep.
Did I learn anything? Even if it's just like about anatomy or like did I learn anything about skinning?
You learned a
Okay.
little bit. You know, you're not
Cool.
like going to be a pro right off the bat, but yeah, you've been
Like,
learning.
oh, I get why you did that.
yeah,
Kind of thing.
exactly. Yeah,
Okay. Great.
100%.
Olive, do you have any more of those spices?
Oh yeah, I took a whole sack of spices off those orcs back there.
Great.
We're set for spices.
All right, time for some venison. And then as the deer's cooking, I'm gonna start carving some fun stuff out of the antlers, or at least like starting it.
Very cool.
What kind of fun stuff?
We shall see. Something maybe ornamental.
All right.
We're gonna give Defect a rack.
Make a
That
little
could work.
crown of antlers for Defect.
Okay.
Charging damage.
We already have a druid.
Defect will have a bunch of non-metal enhancements.
yeah. Enhancements. That's it. Add-on.
I don't-
Just gonna come out looking like this ancient druidic beast.
I love it. Very cool. Great. So yeah, you
Is it
all.
great?
I know. Now I'm worried.
You say great too many times.
Yeah.
What? You want to carve stuff? There's nothing wrong with that. Is there?
Do I roll something for carving?
What are you trying to carve?
Some sort of like deer trinket
Okay.
or a possible totem
Okay.
if
Totem?
needed.
Of what?
If needed.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. So you guys get the fire set up. Adis is carving while y'all are cooking. Adis, go ahead. Just make a dexterity check for me.
Okay. Nope.
You kind of don't really know what to go. You don't have the right like tools. You're not like you're not really a whittler of antler.
Mhm.
So you just kind of end up carving a lot of stuff off of the end of an antler, kind of like the kid who doesn't know how to carve and just kind of carves a sharp pointy stick, but then carves the point off, so it just becomes a flat stick.
A
Yeah,
very
boy,
fancy
okay.
marshmallow roaster.
Yeah.
Yes. Greg, can you put this other antler in your bag?
Okay. Do you want me to carve something on it? Because it looked like you were having some trouble.
Maybe tomorrow night. I want to. I need to think on it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, cool. Is the watch order the same for the evenings? Or are you mixing it up?
It might. I don't know. It might serve the party better if I am. I think we've tried this before. I don't know if it makes a difference. I was thinking if I'm first and there's at least a little bit of daylight available to help me in my blindness in the dark, but
Well, it's you and Defect that are blind.
Defect can't see in the dark either.
that's true.
Which is
Although I
weird
think
for a
we're
robot.
And you can keep your fire going all night. Like you don't have to have it like up in roaring flames. Like you can keep the embers going and have a much dimmer fire. It's up to you.
either way. I mean, it doesn't. It could be. I mean, Spook doesn't care when he sleeps. It could be the same. It's not like a matter of he needs to stay up first so he can go to bed first.
I mean, it was you and Defect kind of at the tail ends of the watches.
Yeah, we can reverse it if you want to go.
It may not make much difference, honestly. I think we're now situated in a place physically where the light is probably
We're in a forest. So there's not too
Yeah.
much light. So
Yeah. Doesn't matter. But I'll go first since I brought it up.
All right. So go ahead, Spoot. So it's going to be Spoot, Greg, Adis, Defect. Is that your plan?
Unless
Yeah,
Olive wants.
Or is it?
So-
I might wake up Olive this time.
I was gonna say Olive's
Because
getting a lot of
Olive
rest
and I-
these days.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, also, Olive and I are on the same page about this portal, and I'm going to want a buddy. But I won't say that out loud. I'll just wake Olive up once I get woken up.
I mean, I'll just get plenty of rest. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't need much at all, dude.
I
did we
carried
say
back a deer. I'm tired.
Yeah, you're tired. Did we say I was waking Defect up?
Well,
No.
I'm just asking the order of the watch. So.
I'm gonna wake up Defect. I'm going first.
All right. So Spoot, Defect. Third watch will be Greg.
Greg?
And
Who
so
will-
Adis will be the fourth watch.
No, Olive.
Yeah. You know,
Olive
Greg
will
and
be-
Olive together.
Oh, okay.
Got it. Greg and Olive together. Adis is fourth watch. Cool. Cool. I dig it.
Clear as mud.
Yep. It's all good. All right. So Spoot, go ahead. Give me that perception roll for first watch.
That's not bad.
Yeah, it is a quiet evening. You hear chirpings of crickets and the occasional like bat kind of, and you hear hootings of owls. Nothing too dangerous goes away. Do you keep the campfire like up and bright, or do you let it die down?
I'm gonna kind of keep it at a lower sort of simmer.
So like about half as much, so it's just like a low light.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Just
Great, no
Mhm.
problem. Wonderful. I dig it immensely. Go ahead, wake up Defect.
all right. I go to where he's in standby mode and press the little button in the back that has like this kind of a circle with like a line in it. Just
Yeah.
once though, because I don't want to like restart him. I just want him to wake up.
Yeah, totally. So you wake up Defect, and Defect, it is your turn.
So dark. I whisper.
It is
Are you
fairly
perceptive?
dark, honestly, around here.
If you want, you can make the fire a little hotter, give it a little extra light. I might have let it die too
Yeah.
low.
Okay, so I rolled a 9.
Yeah, no problem.
I just realized that.
Cool. Yeah. So do you let the fire die down, or do you stoke it up?
I stoke it up. And actually, could I try something during my watch?
Yeah. What do you want to try?
I mean, if it's possible. Because I keep saying that I have this spell, speak with animals.
Mm-hmm.
How does it work exactly? Like, do I have to see the animal? I cast it and I speak with it.
Yeah.
Okay. So do I see any animals or hear?
With a 9, no.
No.
You are so caught up in the idea about thinking about what to do with this spell that you can't focus enough to tune in to locate any kind of creature.
Do
Okay.
you need me to find you an animal? Because I have a spell.
No. Yeah. So I guess with that, I will wake up Gludrig.
All right. Greg, you are awoken by Defect.
Cool. Once I see Defect back in standby, I'll wake Olive.
All right, cool. All of you are awoken by Greg.
All right.
Hi.
Hey,
So, is this your home? Like, do you live here? Do you live with people? Tell me more. Also, what about these bandits? Because I think we're gonna meet them soon, and I want to fight them. Also, keep looking at those rocks because I don't want anything to come out.
I mean, not here, like, a walk, like, a day or two walk from here, but I mean,
Oh,
this looks like home.
okay.
I did live by myself in a cave, but there was
By
a
yourself?
town, yeah, by myself. But
Oh,
there
These
was like
watches.
some people, like, within a day's walk that I would see all the time.
so how do you know about the bandits? They bother you, or they bother the town? Also, why are you worried about the town if you lived by yourself and you didn't really like them? I
Well,
assume you didn't like them because you didn't live there.
I mean, I liked them just fine, but like, towns are noisy and dirty and gross.
Huh.
Like,
I
I
don't
traded
think
with
so.
them. I traded with them, and there was a healer there, and sometimes she would call me to help when she had big things to heal.
Huh.
And yeah, the bandits actually chased me out of my cave. They came and they took over my home.
Douchebags.
Yeah, big
That's
meanies.
not nice.
And when I went to the town for help, they had already overrun the town.
That's terrible. I get it now. Okay. So we should go to your house first.
I mean, we can go
Because
look
that's
at
probably
my house,
what.
but it's probably been trashed.
Oh, that's bad. Okay. By the way, this is all in Goblin, and I rolled an 8 perception.
Yeah, there's nothing around. You're confident.
That's good
Luckily,
because
Oh!
Olive apparently not paying attention at all.
this is the night I
Yeah,
should have
Olive, with a
prepared
natural
for cover
one,
fire.
you're not even paying
Right.
attention to anything. Neither of you notice that the fire just dies out completely. Um, your dark vision just kicks in naturally, so you're not even aware of it, and
Yeah.
you're just focused on talking to Greg and answering their questions.
I can still
so.
see, and
Yeah, you can
I
both
can still
see.
see just fine. And Greg's talking to me about stuff that I care about. So the fuck hell with the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
Who knows what's going on behind me?
Neither of us.
True. Cool. So yeah, your watch comes to an end, and Adis, and you wake up Adis, I assume.
Yeah.
Cool.
Greg does. Olive's going back to bed.
I kick him. No, I don't kick him. He was nice. He showed me how to poke a deer. I poke him. Not poke, skin him.
Huh?
It's what I taught you taught me.
Greg, why are you skinning me? Great. Is it my turn?
Yep. Your turn.
Okay. All right. I'll just get up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get up. The fire is out, but you can see fine. You have dark vision because you're imbued with a dragon mark, so it's all good.
I
Yeah.
will use first off the bat primeval awareness again.
Okay. You do not detect any fey, fiend, undead, dragon, aberrations, or celestials.
Okay.
What are
Where?
you spending your watch doing? And go ahead, give me the perception check.
I'm just listening and I mean keeping watch everywhere, but watching the portal, but also just kind of like in my head going over everything that I learned, trying to remember where this mark led, because I mean I would have learned it, but it's just like escaping me because I may have not been paying attention.
Cool.
Also, I'm just curious. It says for favored terrain that my proficiency is doubled on intelligence and wisdom checks related to it. Does that mean perception in the terrain? Or is it just like nature and survival and stuff like that?
I think it depends.
Okay.
Being that you're like on the watch for dangers in your favorite terrain, I would say yes.
Okay. So then it'd just be 26.
Great.
Yeah, I wasn't. That was the one part because it's been so long since I played Ranger that I didn't. I wasn't sure about.
Yeah. Great. So yeah, so you are on watch, and you guys are set a bit away from the stone, um, and you're thinking about it. Go ahead, make another either history or arcana check as you are attempting to remember things. You've had a bit of a sleep.
All right, I guess that one it is. Oh, that's better.
Okay,
That's
a
better.
15. 15 is nice. With a 15, Adis, you realize as you're looking kind of at the stone and you can see the mark just kind of sitting there. It's not emitting any light, but it looks like it is because you can see through the invisibility of it.
Mhm.
Um, and you kind of like look down at your feet and kick the fire. And when you kick the fire, something stirs in your mind and you look back at the rune and you look at the fire and you look at the rune and you look at the fire and you look at the rune. You're fairly confident that the rune leads to the plane of fire, or that the portal of the
Ooh.
plane is, or that the plane that the portal is linked to. This rune seems to indicate that it is the fire plane.
Okay. I will pull out my personal notebook, write that down, and then save that for later.
Cool. As you put your notebook away, you hear a rustling in a bush about 15 feet away from you.
I will turn around because, like, I imagine, like, on watch, especially in this kind of like a newer area, Adis just always has like his bow ready.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Yeah.
He'll just like turn around and draw it back
Yeah.
at the bush.
And immediately, this like weird like "Horror!" kind of sounds, and three like weird looking chickens rush out from underneath the brush, rushing towards you.
I
And
fire.
we're gonna need to roll some initiative now between Adis and these creatures.
Adis and the chickens.
Adis and the chickens.
Oh my! Oh no! Oh no!
Get the Misfits is a better name. Come on, guys.
What you said? The band of misfits.
Grig and the Misfits is a better name than Adis and the Chickens.
Oh no! The natural one.
Oh no, a natural one on initiative.
This is what I get for like rolling above like a 20 so many times.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Well, let me show you where
After
you
this,
are.
I wake up Greg. Greg, I have a new group name.
So here we are. Adis.
The Quack Pack.
It's Defect and the Quack Pack.
Backpack.
I'm
Indeed.
dead.
Take charge.
So Adis,
Oh my god, chickens in Zelda.
these three
Oh, yeah,
chicken-looking
we're fucked.
things rush straight out of the bush, heading right for you. And they just kind of glomp up on you, being all like, "Oh!" in this weird chickeny rooster war cry.
Since I already had my arrow knocked, I couldn't have fired it when they jumped out.
Because you
Or
heard
not
them,
with that
because
one.
you heard them approach, they didn't get a surprise round,
Okay,
and that's why we needed the initiative. Had you beat them in initiative, you
That's
could
fair.
have fired them, but
that's fair.
they beat you by a bit because you rolled a natural one.
Right.
So they all three like rush towards you, and they don't try to peck you; they try to bite you, and you see that their beaks are serrated.
Ooh.
Fuck this.
Chickens.
What your is it? What's your armor class right now?
I think it's 15? 15.
All right, the first one, you manage to like kick it off, and the second one comes in and bites you on the back of the thigh.
Ow.
Yeah. The third one you manage to kick off, but from the second one, you take 2 piercing damage from its bite, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay.
How did Adis die? They're just chickens.
Attacked by rabid chickens.
Hold on, let me open up my second character sheet.
Yeah.
Near chickens.
So, Adis, you feel your muscles lock
Abyssal
into
chickens.
place,
Oh no.
and all of a sudden you realize you cannot move. You are restrained.
Venomous.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, so you are...
I didn't pick these up on my 6-mile range.
They are not a
beasts.
creature type you can detect.
Ah!
Yeah, I remember
Bad
that little
chicken.
subtle? That's not a word.
Yeah,
Subtle hint that
Monstrosity.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, monstrosity,
yeah.
huh? You say.
Monstrosities, humanoids, oozes, and a variety of other things are not detected by primeval awareness, apparently.
God damn it. Now I have to take Ooze Hunter.
Ooze hunter.
So definitely a species of ooze.
So Adis,
It's one of my choices.
you are restrained.
Cute. I can't speak when restrained, can I?
I do not believe
Do we hear
so.
anything?
Well, I think it's... If I'm restrained,
so-
I can
so-
still speak. Paralyzed, I don't think
Yeah,
so.
so your speed is 0, and you can't benefit from any bonus to speed. Attacks against you have advantage, and your attacks have disadvantage, and you have
Right.
disadvantage on dex saves. So you can still attack, and you can make noise. Yeah. So you're
Okay.
okay.
If I may, because of being a Warforged, do I hear anything?
Not yet.
Am I alert to any of this? No?
At the end of this initiative round, you can make a perception check, not a disadvantage, and that will determine. It's a DC 10, so you'll probably make it, but that's the mechanic of it.
Don't jinx.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah, because they're not like being stealthy creatures, so you know.
Mhm.
Okay, so Adis, it's your turn. What are you gonna do?
All right. Hold on. I have to look at the map. How high up is this? Are these rocks?
Yeah, so these are some more rocks. It's more exposed earth terrain as opposed to like a rock face. This rock up here is the one with the Wayfinder rune on it.
Okay, but the other rocks, are they like high up or is it just like jutted rocks?
It's just like it's rocks like at ground level, so it's just like
Okay.
someone ripped the moss off of the rocks.
I'm just trying to think of like high ground.
Yeah, which is valid. Except remember you're restrained, so you can't move.
Can I teleport?
Yeah, if you have magic that
Mis-
allows you to
Misty
teleport,
Step?
sure. Yeah, that would work.
Okay. I am going to like kind of just guys, there's evil chickens, and I will Misty Step. Yep, on top of the rock.
All right, you misty step on top of the rock. You just kind of become a cloud of mist and move up there. Anything else on your turn?
That's a bonus action. So can I try to break free from the restraint, or is it at the end of my turn one?
At the end of your turn, you can make a saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Because there's nothing like wrapped around you. It's like it bit you, and something in the venom of this thing like caused your muscles
Right.
to lock up.
Right. Sure. I'll try to take a shot.
All right, make attack at disadvantage.
And these are not force damage because I bonus actioned.
Correct. Which one are you going against?
This chicken.
All right. Yeah.
13.
This is
Bad
what they
chicken.
look like. Yeah. You notice they have like lizard tails, which is really weird.
Because it's a chicken with a tail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cockatrice, says Amber, not Greg.
Yep.
That or abyssal chickens. Says
Yeah,
Tanner.
A 13 will hit it.
Oh, thank God.
So yeah.
So that is 4. Oh God, gross. 4 piercing damage.
Yep.
Second one, 18.
18 will also hit.
As 11 piercing.
Nice. So 2 arrows. It's hard to fire the bow, but you managed to get 2 arrows into this thing. At the end of your turn, I need you to make another saving throw, please.
Where were those before?
All right. So now, Adis, you managed to push through, and you feel your muscles return, and you are no longer restrained. So you push through it, which is great and exciting news. Defect, go ahead and make a perception check, and everyone else can make a perception check at disadvantage.
Yes, defect.
Great. Defect, you hear
Activate.
the battle. You hear Adis cry out. Defect, you can go ahead and roll initiative.
Right.
Spoot, you managed to hear it as well. So Spoot, you can go ahead and roll initiative.
We're 2 people who can't see in the dark.
Mm-hmm. Well, next turn I can light them up for you, so it's fine. Hopefully, I might be able to help.
All right.
A
So
literal or like fire?
Fairy fire?
Purple and gold.
I don't believe fairy fire emits light.
They glow.
That makes them glow.
Oh yeah,
They're
it's like
outlined in the
True,
glow
true,
of
true.
light.
All right.
with our powers
Well,
combined.
Spoot, you have awoken in the darkness. You have not had the benefits of a long rest yet, but you didn't do too much yesterday, so it's okay.
Fair.
But you heard shouting, so you get out of your shell, I assume. And then you need to stand up from being prone, and you have half your movement and an action to do whatever you need to do.
Slow total stretch and walk outside.
Okay. How you can't
Of the
see
tent?
anything. It is dark.
I heard some noise. What do I hear now that I'm listening?
Make a perception check.
I'm
It-
very asleep.
It's hard to tell. You're a little groggy, but you definitely hear some kind of noises.
I think I'm more curious than I'm terrified. I'm gonna cast some light on my shield.
All right. So you go ahead and
That would
you
let the fire die.
cast. Yeah, because it's 20 feet and 20 feet, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah, I believe
Yes.
it's 2020.
Yep.
Touch
Uh,
20 feet.
Great. So yeah, so you cast some light, and you can see your way out of the tent. The door is up here.
Oh, I gotta zoom in. Oh, look at that little guy.
They're evil.
You can't actually see through the tent. That's just to indicate where the door is.
Okay, well, I'll walk outside and probably invoke an attack of opportunity from the dragon. It's a work in progress, the name.
All right. So yeah, so you walk on out of the tent, and you can see these 3 weird chickens with lizard tails, and you can just barely make out Adis up on top of a rock with his bow aimed.
Are you really scared of these things?
I will answer you on my next turn.
Good. I'm gonna kind of like take my shield with the light and just kind of like shoot, go on now.
Okay. Yeah, you do that.
Perfect.
Love it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great. Wonderful. Next, the creatures turn and look at you, and go, and they all like just flock at you, Spoot,
Oh,
Lord have
that didn't go
mercy.
well.
and they all attempt to bite you.
That went poorly.
The first one bites you and sinks its serrated, toothed beak into you
Not an actual chicken.
with a 19, because a 19 is your armor class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Took it
so
down.
that hits you, and you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yikes.
Yikes.
Ooh,
Oh,
with an
no.
8, you feel the muscles inside of you, Spoot, lock up, and you are restrained.
Hmm.
You cannot move.
Definitely not a chicken.
Yep. And that is what they do. Defect, it is your turn.
I'm now
Right.
blocking the doorway.
Get up and step out.
And around.
Oh my god. I'm sorry, am I standing on Spoot?
Yeah, so you just move over there. There you go. Yep, you're fine.
Sorry.
Mhm.
Wow,
He's
okay.
gonna shout.
I will rage, and then I will attack. I'll attack this one right in front of me.
All right, go for it. Rage against the lizard chicken.
Rage against the
I
chicken.
should have reckless attacked. Okay.
A 12,
Oh, that would have been a
a
sexy
12
hit.
will hit.
Hey.
It is a
It's-
small chicken. It is not that
It's a
hard.
chicken.
Their bark is not worse than their bite, though.
So
Yes.
18 points of damage.
All right, yeah.
Plus 12.
And we will
Oh.
attack again.
All right, go for it. 13 absolutely hits for another 8. Yeah, this one's looking really, really, really rough. 2 big slashes. You know, it's nimble, it's small, but you're still carving deep into it with your strikes.
All right.
Not
Bad
dead.
chicken.
Adis, it is your turn.
All right, I will. Wait, what's my range?
Oh, they are totally
Oh.
within range.
Sweet. Planar warrior, so normal arrows now.
Yep, so you get your force damage.
23.
Yep, against the same one.
Oh yeah. That's this one, I think.
Yeah, it's this one. Cool, go ahead, roll damage. 23 hits.
12 force damage.
Nice, yeah, solid arrow right in the back of the thing.
26
26 also hits.
for another 10 force damage.
Yeah, you line up your second arrow and just kind of shoot right next to it, and it punctures something deep inside this thing, and it goes and kind of just falls down in a flurry of feathers and blood.
Watch
it is
out.
dead.
When they bite, they freeze you or something.
You don't say.
I couldn't answer you because you asked me what was my turn. Now,
It's like when you watch a movie and the
Yeah, it all happens simultaneously, but it looks like there's a linear progression.
yeah.
Cool. Olive and Greg, go ahead and make perception checks to disadvantage.
Skadokes.
Okay.
Yeah, still asleep.
Okay, Greg, you awaken. Go ahead, roll initiative.
Okadokes.
Oh, Greg is gonna love this.
go
7.
back.
Wonderful. Great. Spoot, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh, okay. I am going to.
Cook these chickens.
I'd love to. I'm gonna try. How many are left? 2.
There's 2.
2. You can also, I don't know if you looked at the baton of morale yet, but you can make me or defects shoot again.
That's pretty helpful. I was just wanted to make sure I could actually attack anti-way, even as I'm restrained.
You can, but your attacks are disadvantaged because your muscles are tight and very difficult to move.
I will,
But
however.
I think
You-
if you like Sacred Flame, since it's on their end, not an attack roll, not.
With
Heated.
no disrespect to me or my sacred flame, using that to get defect to attack is going to be much more effective. So that's what I'm gonna do with the baton, because that's me.
All right, yeah. You raise your baton of morale, and what do you say to inspire defect to attack as you use your action to use the charge of the baton?
Defect, please kill these
Hey,
chickens.
Boba Fett Ware, thank you for following us, Boba Fett Ware. We love a good Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Boba Fett Ware, Boba Fett here. We love it.
Done.
No, don't go.
They have followed us. They must like something about us. Great. So the baton of morale, you inspire defect with. How are you doing it?
I'm just gonna say, defect, please kill these chickens.
Okay, defect. You may make a single attack against an enemy as a result of.
I'll go after the same one as before.
All right, go for it.
Oh, I can only use it once per long rest. Whoops.
Mhm.
Hope that was worth it.
Well, you haven't finished your long rest yet.
It's also true.
Mike.
Yeah,
Are you
Okay.
going to make your attack roll?
I did. Did I? Yeah. It's
Oh,
there
here
we
it
go.
comes.
You were frozen.
With a 12, or sorry, no, with a 10. With a 10, it narrowly dodges out of the way of your axe.
No.
Looks like we're back to Sacred Flame.
That was
Ay,
such
ay,
good
ay.
damage.
Anything else on your turn, Spoot?
I'm gonna go. We'll get him next time.
Very well. Then, Spoot, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I was afraid of that.
All right, with a
Yeah.
20, with a 20, you push through and knock off whatever strange thing was holding you down. So good job.
I'm gonna eyeball the chicken now. Like,
Yeah, the chickens now get to go.
I tried to give you a chance to leave.
You don't know if they understand you, but one of them goes to bite you. It does not succeed. The one that defect has been carving up goes to bite defect, but with a 14, not so much. And defect, it is your turn.
Awesome. Same as before. I will use reckless attack this time.
Okay,
And yeah, let's do it.
go for it. Yeah,
Was it 24?
24.
13.
You slice into this lizard-tailed chicken, and you can feel Matter's bane pulse in your hand.
I will turn it to dust.
All right.
It might be good eating.
The body of the chicken lizard thing crumbles away. Even the feathers turn to ash and dust, and the dust becomes a little pile in front of you. It is very, very dead.
And I will follow up with an attack on this one.
Go for it.
For 25.
25 absolutely hits. For 10 points of damage. Nice.
And then I'll step up. It's my turn.
Wonderful. Greg, it is your turn.
Ah,
You have awakened, so you're asleep and prone on the ground. But you're awake
Cool.
now, which is great.
cool. What do I hear? Just
You hear
walking.
like chicken squawking, and you hear what sounds like Adis firing arrows, and you heard Spoot yell something to Defect, and you hear like whoosh, like Adis's axe hitting meat, whatever that sound is.
Gotcha. Splattering and
Yeah.
mushing.
I was imagining
Cool.
it just sounds like
hear-
a fox in a hen house right now.
Yeah, you hear the general sound that it happens when your friends fight things.
Cool. Ah, blah. Gonna just climb up and kind of stick myself out the side, like beside Spoot, stay behind him, but maybe like poke out and just do a firebolt at the first thing I see,
Cool. Yeah.
just because that's what I do.
Yeah. So you can do that. It's at disadvantage because it's within 5 feet of you.
That's fine.
But a 20 still hits it without issue.
See? 13. Is it cooked?
Some feathers scorch off it, and it goes. I'm not Colonel Sanders. But yeah, it is not dead. No.
What about if I had that D8?
It is still a little more charred. Like it seems like one of the feathers caught fire and like kind of it burned down the tail a little bit, making it damage itself a little bit more. But it's still alive. It's still pecking.
Why are we killing these again?
They came out of
There you
nowhere.
go. That's my turn.
Cool. Just do me a favor and move your token into the square so you're not directly under Spoot.
Okay. I could have had to move Spoot to get to it. There we go.
That was my 6 eyes she was hiding behind, I believe.
Cool.
That's right. I think I'm gonna hide behind his thick thighs actually.
Okay. So
Because I can.
okay. Cool.
That's my bonus.
Yeah. So then when you go to move back into the tent, it totally attempts to try to bite at you.
Cool.
But totally fails and ends up like face planting in the ground, and its face gets kind of stuck in there. The next attack on it will have advantage. It rolled a natural 1.
Nice.
Advantage, you say?
It ostriched.
Yeah, it totally ostrichaged.
That's funny.
Adis, it is your turn.
I shoot it.
Go for it.
22.
22 absolutely hits.
10 force.
Okay, what does it look like when you kill this final terrible lizard chicken?
The arrow just sticks into it, and like you just see like a puff of feathers as it just like flies. Like the chicken keeps going with the arrow.
All right. So this chicken thing has its head kind of stuck in the ground. Before it can even pull it out, Adis releases an arrow that catches it like right through the back end of the body and lifts it up a little bit, and kind of the head goes flying out, and you hear the neck snap as it kind of turns head over heels, and it goes, and the arrow just kind of sinks it into the ground right in front of the tent, and it's stuck there, dead. And
Greg
it
rolls their
grows
eyes and goes back to
quiet
bed.
once again.
Turn around and flop.
All right.
Olive's just gonna roll up and be like,
Yep. Olive, not even, didn't hear a damn thing. Slept through it all.
Yep.
Half orcs, man. Go fig.
I'll hop off the stone.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like go investigate these chickens. I'm just like, what the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, totally. Go ahead, make a make an Arcana check on these bad boys. Well, I guess.
Where was this earlier?
Cool. Great.
If you want nature, it's the same modifier.
No. You check these things out. You're pretty sure that these are creatures called cockatrices.
Okay.
They are a monstrous crossbreeding of both a lizard and a rooster. Strangely enough, they're all born male, yet they reproduce somehow. And they hatch from eggs, but the eggs aren't laid by... The eggs are laid by them, but the roosters don't sit on them. Frogs sit on them and hatch them.
That's just a mess.
They sound evil. Are they evil? They sound evil. We should kill
Are
them.
frogs well paid for their service?
You'd have to check with their union rep. I don't really know.
Yeah. I think they do have a union location, though, close to this campsite.
Is this a creature that I would have seen?
Make an Arcana check.
with their friendliness with frogs.
Swamp chickens.
I'm gonna get myself some guidance because Arcana's not really my strength. So.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, not bad.
With a 16, yeah, you've heard of these things. Yeah, you're able to confirm Adis's theories about that these are cockatrices.
Oh.
You didn't know that like frogs hatched the eggs, but yeah.
If I had noticed that they were cockatrices when I stepped out of the tent, I would not have let them bite me.
Yeah, they caught
you
me
do,
a
you
little
do
bit.
know you both know that like their bite can petrify someone if
Not shaken off.
not shaken off. Yeah, it's not permanent, but it is dangerous.
Yeah, I just was caught a little surprised because I heard them coming. Chickens popped out of the bush and I was confused for a moment.
No, no.
I'm gonna
Everyone
take the cockatrice. The cockatry?
Cockatrice.
Cockatrices.
Yeah, the cockatrice, and just like hurl them off into the woods.
All right, yeah, you chuck their bodies away, no problem.
Can I retrieve any of my arrows?
You can retrieve half.
Do you want me round up or down?
Round down.
Okay.
That's kind of the general rule of thumb.
Alright.
Unless you're taking damage from an enemy. I'm just kidding.
No, I always round down. What are you talking
I'm just.
about? But yeah, so you take care of these things, get them out of there, clear it off. Everybody gets back to sleep. You're gonna need to rest, not too much longer, but you do need to finish up your rest to get all your stuff back. And that's
Olive's feeling really rested.
yeah, you feel totally fine. But as you continue your rest, we're going to take a short little 5-minute bio break. And we will be right back with the start of a brand new day.
Yay!
So thank you all very much. We will be back in 5 minutes. And we'll see you then. All right.
so
Hello,
sad.
everyone. We are back. We have been breaking and taking care of a sad, lonely pupper. So we are back in the saddle. Our intrepid crew has just defeated a a trio of cockatrices.
Cockatry?
Cockatree. I don't know. Whatever. There were 3 lizard chickens, and you beat them all. So well done. And now, whoops, I have the wrong thing going. Haha, there we go. Back in the saddle again.
I was very hesitant to jump off the rock in the end because I was like, wait, what if this is the direction? Adis comes down from the rock and just vanishes.
Well, I guess that's okay.
No one can find you.
Good riddance then, I guess. He
Is
got what he
clairvoyance
wanted.
Through a portal?
Yikes. I mean, I could find my way out. I'll just be back in like 10 years.
Well, it's not the Feywild, so.
That's true. Well, I mean, yeah,
That you know of.
I'll just come out very tan.
Right, I was gonna say slightly
Yeah.
toasted.
Yeah, no
Um,
eyebrows left.
But you all are able to recover. You've kicked the corpses away. Those of you who still need to sleep, hunker back down. You sleep a little past dawn, but Adis, as it is your watch and you're finishing it out, I need you to go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
Hold on, let me try to get my bad roll out of my system. Okay, there we go. I rolled a natural 1 on my normal die.
Oh.
See? That's better.
All right. Very cool. Wonderful. So yeah, the day is once again clear. And you are able to head towards Olive's place. Around midday, during your travels, you do find something interesting, though.
In the morning though, like right when everybody's waking up, I
Oh.
tell Spoot and Greg that it goes to. I remembered it last night before the chickens came out. That portal goes to the plane of fire. Pretty sure.
We don't have to go in, do we?
No, I couldn't remember what that sigil was for. So if you want to, I don't know if you want to take notes on it.
No,
It's
that's
like,
a good
so you have-
idea.
So
But
you
that-
threw it in there, right? Let me see.
Yeah.
I wanna
So
see.
I can avoid it at all costs.
I don't know if you'd like it. I mean, it's warm. It's very
Wouldn't like
warm.
it.
There's no water or fish. Fire
Wouldn't like
fish.
it. Ooh.
You don't know that there's no fish in the fire plane. There could be all kinds of fire fish.
I mean, who
I-
knows? Evolution is a strange thing.
Right.
But maybe that can be a nice fire turtle.
Ooh.
Flame
Spicy
turtle.
turtle.
That's
I
right.
can show Grig the little insignia that he Ada scribbled in my notebook.
Yeah, no problem.
Perfect. Okay, I'll take a look.
Yeah, so you all can just make a note that you now know which rune indicates the fire plane.
Cool.
Those of you who did that. I've got it in chat. A spicy turtle, indeed.
Now we're talking.
Spoot the spicy turtle. Wondrous. Great. So, unless you want to do anything else, you set off in the direction of where you believe Olive's cave to reside. And you are getting into more familiar territory, so that's good and dandy. You do find something about midday, though, everybody. What you find, at first, it looks like a log that is like sticking up at a weird angle out of the ground.
Like diagonal?
Yeah, like sticking straight out of the ground. It's weird. Fallen.
Like a telephone pole?
Yeah. But as you get closer, you realize that like the roots you thought were coming out of the back end or the branches out of the raised end is actually like a moss covered bit of metal. And you can see like where it's dug into the ground. It seems to be more metal.
I go over and I tap it with my scimitar.
No, don't.
Are you tapping the wood or what you think is metal?
What I think is metal.
Cool. And are you tapping the buried end or the raised end?
Raised?
Cool. You tap it. Ting, ting. Sounds like metal. And when you
I'm gonna investigate.
and when you ting it, it sways just a little bit.
I will back up.
I'm
Greg, go ahead. Roll an investigation check. What's up, Spoot?
Greg, did you see that move?
I don't know. Did I say move? I'm definitely watching closely.
Yeah, you totally saw it move. And with a 17 investigation, you realize that what this thing buried is, like the shape of it, the dimensioning, it is a giant, like, hand axe with like a chain on the end of it. The chain is like coming off the back end and like buried in the ground. And the head is also like buried mostly in the ground. Like it either fell from a great height or was smashed in with a strong force or something. But the size of the creature that like wields this is immense to you. It's almost unfathomable. Because the overall length of this hand axe is easily like 12 to 15 feet. Like it is a big weapon.
Oh, okay, so it's not defect size.
No, it is
No.
massive.
This is. I don't think we should. Do you sense anything? Because this is the biggest. I didn't know that there were things this big, but this is an axe. Like it's definitely an axe. See, because this is the curve of the blade, and then it goes in, and then you see if you watch this, the handle is like going part way, but it's like it's too big, and there's a part of it that's in there. I can kind of tell. So it was put with a lot of force. Also, why is something this big?
Would I have known of anything
about large creatures with hand axes?
Yeah.
You can make nature checks.
Okay. Why am I grabbing my real dice? Now I gotta stop this.
You got all mixed up.
Yeah. Wait, what am I doing?
Nature.
Nature.
Hey.
There we go.
All right, Olive with a 22. Giants
So-
are real. Like there are creatures that are giants, and some of them get
17.
50, 60 feet tall.
Nope.
Do I know any of them? Like, have I met them? Have I seen them?
You've never met one that tall personally, no. Like you may have encountered like a hill giant at about like 12 or 13 feet, but never something that massive. And like this axe, all of you can tell, it's like rusted over a bit. It's covered with moss and lichen, and there's like plants that have overgrown part of it. So it's been here for a long time. Adis, there are lots of big creatures. That's what you know. And you know that like giants exist, but you don't know how big they get.
Is there any like loose metal that I can pick up or like examine more closely?
No, there's no like shards or anything. It's just the axe and the chain, both of which are like buried in the ground.
Can I?
Can I check?
Yeah, I just wanted to like inspect the metal to see like if it's an unusual metal.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
I will assist Greg.
All right, go for it. Make it with advantage, Greg.
Okay, I was gonna look for like markings of how it was made, or yeah, but yeah, same diff, I guess.
Yeah, you're trying to figure out
20.
more details about the thing.
Yeah.
Cool. So with a 20, it does have large runes kind of carved into it. They're very faded and very kind of rusted over. The metal shows signs of being worked and poured. It doesn't appear to be any kind of weird metal. It looks like a highly refined steel, but it's been here so long that it's rusted.
These runes, are they just like some sort of language runes, or do they make any magic senses tingle?
With an investigation check, they don't. With an
Right,
investigation
can I
check like
shift?
that, like they don't appear to be like a magical rune.
Okay.
But you're not familiar with the language that the rune is, if it is a
Right.
language.
So you said they're giants. Do they write normally? Because this is writing of some kind. I don't know what it's saying, but like, did they like make refined weapons? Do you know giants that make refined? There are giants. Okay, but really, do they make stuff like this? This is like decent workmanship. Also, it's lasted a really long time, so
Might be a touch more than decent.
So Olive, with a
they're
22 nature check, make a history check on giants with advantage.
Yikes.
Okay.
Wow.
So with advantage, you rolled a 4 on that.
Yeah, they're real big.
Yeah, you know that they get big.
Giant.
They're big, like super large humanoids, and you know that some of them are really, really bigger than others. So
They're real big,
Sure.
and somebody must sell them things. I mean, they don't have to make it themselves. People make shit for them. Maybe.
Who could make an axe that big, let alone
big.
bring it
do
to
I?
sell it?
Would I know anything about a civilization of giant folk?
you can make a history check. Sure.
Or culture thereof?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Natural 20 for Spoot.
Yeah.
History, please.
So Spoot,
As
as
Sorry, knowledge.
your friends are talking about this stuff, going back and forth, you think back to stories that you were told as a like a hatchling, and as a child, and then when you started to like research histories and really think about the past, there is not necessarily a kingdom of giants, but giants do belong to a strict society that is runged like a ladders, and the different types of giants fit into different places along that rung. And the lower ones, like hill giants, are brutes and like will use like an uprooted tree stump to like smash along. But you do know there are giants that are extremely powerful spellcasters that live in the clouds or under the water. And they live in massive palaces and are artisans and spell weavers. So there are giants that are totally capable of not only producing this thing, but wielding it with extreme proficiency.
Okay, guys. This is probably going to blow your minds. And then I'm going to repeat verbatim what Jared just said.
Pop out.
Nat 20. Just kidding. No, I will say.
Yeah, and
yes.
you do know that the structure of the things of giants is called the ordning.
So there's this thing. There's
That's
a structure
a lot.
to this giant culture, and the top of the giant food chain, as it were, something that can make and wield an axe that big. So that's all I know, except that I hope we really don't see any.
Yeah, I don't want to fight anything like
And let's
that.
get out of here.
I think we should leave this here. Also,
Should
don't
I
touch
pick
it.
it up to the ground?
Yeah, it's like buried. It's like half buried in the ground. It's pretty big. Like it's 12 feet long. So.
Okay.
I mean, you can try to dig it out.
Yeah, Defect's kind of intrigued by this. He wants to see the whole thing.
Oh man, I did not prepare my fine trap spell today.
What's
I
on
mean,
your
I can look for
what's
traps.
on your mind, Defect?
He's just gonna do it. He's gonna rage, and he's just gonna try to pull that thing out.
Okay. Go ahead. Mark off a rage. Make an athletics
Yeah.
check with advantage.
19.
All right. You wrap your arms around it. What's your strength score? Is it 20?
My strength. No, it's not 20. It's 17.
Okay. So you wrap your arms around it and you pull. It doesn't fucking budge.
You're doing great, sweetie.
Yeah.
It doesn't budge.
Maybe more time.
You don't throw your back out or anything, but it does not move. And your rage expires because you did not do damage or get hit.
Yeah.
I go over and slap Defect. Try again. More from the legs. That's the one with 11 strength.
Yeah. Could I try it again without using rage?
Yeah, totally. You can try again.
Just give it one more.
Yeah, make an athletics check.
No, that was worse. I pull a hand.
So with an 11, you wrap your hands around and you kind of try to pull this time, and it doesn't move.
I
Love it.
called it stupid. Not worth mine.
Okay.
Let's go.
That was a good try, Defect.
Yeah.
One day we'll be strong enough and we'll come back.
I'm gonna take a little piece of the moss that's growing on it and put it in the spell book, like kind of like I did that flower that I found in the desert, just like
Okay.
a little memory piece.
All right. You have a little bit of moss there.
Yeah, I'd like to, now that I'm thinking about it, get a little sketch in my notebook and maybe a couple of the runes, just rough in.
Yeah, you can do that.
Or maybe I can like stencil them. No, I don't want to touch it. Never mind. Not touching it.
You did see Defect like grab it and try to pull it out twice to no effect.
Superstitious. Superstitious.
All right. Okay.
No, what you gotta do is- You gotta go over and...
the turtle.
Hey, spoot be spoot. Spoot be spoot.
What you do, Spoot, is you go over and you try to, put a spell into it, and then it does stuff. That's what I do with the runes.
I mean, I could borrow Grig's pearl and ritual cast identify, but I'm not sure that's.
I could do that. Do you want me to do that? We could do that. If there's anything to identify. I didn't get any magic vibes off it, but also I wasn't really looking for magic. I was just looking at it.
I don't know if it'll really tell us anything except what it could do in the hands of one of these things if we were to have to fight them.
I would rather not fight them, because if their axe is that big, I don't want to be on the receiving end.
Yeah, maybe
Let's
we
just
just avoid them.
Yeah.
But you've never seen anything like this before, then, Olive, in this area?
I mean, I've seen giants. They're big.
Not this big. Okay.
I've not seen any of them wielding one of those.
Oh, good. I think we should move on.
Probably because it's here.
Okay. So you all move on from the buried giant axe in the forest. The rest of the day goes without issue, no problems whatsoever.
I feel like that's going to be like Defect's, the conclusion to his character will that he pulls out that giant axe.
And ascends
Yeah.
some mighty
the clouds.
thing. Wonderful.
Well, you were stronger, Doc.
Cool. Great. Yeah, so the rest of the day goes by, no problems, no issues. And you find yourselves totally okay. Comes time to set up camp. You find yourselves in a less foresty place. It's more of an open kind of rocky field. But it seems like a good place for a camp to be set upon, or to set up a camp, I suppose.
Attack! Is that a pun? Sorry.
Whatever.
Meow.
You can easily put the tent up like in between like 3 large rocks or whatever, and like have a fairly.
Is rocks gonna
good
go
place.
anywhere else?
No,
Right.
I don't. These rocks aren't special.
Right, defect or spoot. You say it this time, so I can hear the pronunciation.
Oh god.
Yeah, I'll jump in and I'll say it.
Flows off your tongue seamlessly.
Um,
I will say like it's
like a,
kind of weird actually because defect doesn't often speak in Draconic, but you notice it flows effortlessly from his lip slot or whatever.
Slot.
Lip slot.
That sounds disgusting.
Don't ever say that.
Yeah.
Oh, trigger warning. Sorry about that, folks.
I'm gonna point at the defect and say, that's how you pronounce it.
it's all
I
in
hate
the
you
ass.
all. I hate you all.
That was beautiful, defect. Your pronunciation is better than mine.
Well, I mean, yours is also commendable.
Thank you.
Spoot.
Thank you. I'm a little out of practice, I guess.
should
Say it
work
again
together.
for me here, so that I can say it after. No, say it. Hang on.
You can get one of you. You gotta do it.
Said it again, the tent would close, and then we'd have to wait longer to go to
That's fine.
sleep.
That's fine. He's gonna go hunting anyway. We got a bunch of time to wait. It's so annoying.
I'm gonna work on my die set, my tiles.
You guys are the worst.
Spook sits on down.
Haven't actually been able to finish those yet, and I keep looking at Augury in my spell list like, one day.
Are we still in the forest?
We're in the clearing that we set upon.
It's like a clearing. The forest isn't too far away, so yeah.
Okay.
I would say it counts to be in forest.
Okay.
Oh, that was a ranger question, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Food time.
Yeah, easily. You find some more food. You still have like a good chunk of the deer left, so you don't need to find too much.
Oh, we carried that with us. Okay.
I mean, it was a lot of food.
Okay. I will then just like go for more herbs and vegetables.
Yeah, you find like some like nice scallions and various other root things to kind of add either into like a stew pot or whatever.
We do have the stew pot.
to make some rice bowls.
We
or
have a
whatever.
cauldron,
Yes.
in fact.
You did buy the cauldron. Yeah.
Venison soup or stew and rice. That's what's happening tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Greg, can I have the stew pot and some water skins?
Yeah, we should probably fill the skins at some point. Hang on, let me just.
Oh, we're going
Defect,
to the
will you
lakes,
reach
too.
in? Defect here, reach in. It's kind of heavy. Yeah, just call up the cauldron in your mind. There you go. Thanks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a heavy cauldron?
It's a pretty big cauldron.
It's a light for me, but probably heavy for you.
Probably. Do you mind? Hold on, let me set it up, and like I'll set up like a stand for it with some rocks over the fire,
Yeah, no problem.
and then I pull out my witch's hat, start spraying over the cauldron.
I was gonna offer if you wanted to use my herbalism
It's
kit.
the equivalent of a chef's hat from Lycos.
Yes.
They wore triangular chef's hats, and
It's like grow a wart on my nose temporarily while I'm cooking this meal. Turns into a hag. But yes.
cool. I dig it.
Defect, try this stew.
Sure. Are you handing me like a ladle? I just slurp from it.
Sure.
Stick your face in the cauldron.
To your lip slot.
I'm so sorry, internet. What did I do?
So good. You gave Tanner a toy.
It's not going away.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Wait, someone Google lip. No, don't.
Don't do that.
No, do
For the love of
not.
God.
Oh my God in hell, no.
I don't even know what will pop up, but I already don't like it.
No. Do not.
right. Yes, I will try.
Talk to your parents
Try
before you
this.
Google that.
Yeah. Please seek an adult's permission before Googling lip slot. Or just don't. Just don't. Just don't.
Just
Just
don't.
don't. Let's just
I
not.
think-
No.
I think we found the title of this episode.
No.
Don't Google
I-
lip slot.
That will not be
From
the
the
title of
lip
episode.
slots of babes.
No.
Let's not go there. Let's move on, shall we? So you
How
have
does
set
the
up
stew
camp.
taste? How does the stew taste to defect?
So yeah, it tastes pretty sweet and tangy. There something in there just has this like nice like mouth pull, which is a weird feeling for you. You don't really salivate, but it's very pleasant. It's up to you whether you liked the more earthy flavors you had before, or or if you like this
What-
more kind of like a
new-
sweeter meat that you're eating now.
Yeah, everything's new to me, so I will have it all. But if you say I enjoy it, then I will.
It's up to you.
Sorry.
I mean, you know, it is pleasant. The degree to which you enjoy it is up to you.
I mean, flip a coin.
Yeah.
Can I roll a D2?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One,
go
you
for it.
hate it. Two, you like it. You hate it.
Oh.
All right, you're not a fan. Yeah, not so much.
Too sweet.
A fan. Something in there's got a weird flavor that you just can't get behind. Maybe there's cilantro, and you're one of those people who cilantro tastes like soap too. Who knows?
Should have used my herbalism kit.
I did fine with herbs.
Ah, Ives got it in chat. Has answered the horrible question none of us wanted to know the answer to.
Don't.
Apparently,
I've got it. I hate you.
a lip slot cutter is a taxidermy tool.
Yes.
Oh.
Gross. Not better.
I mean, that's not the.
It's not the worst thing it could be, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Came up with a
Done now.
headline that said
That's fine.
cutting a lip slot and tucking, and that's where I stopped.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I don't
great.
know why you even tried to Google it. Like, don't.
We have a lovely community here. That's why. Who needs knowledge, and there's nothing wrong with learning things.
There's some knowledge that shall remain lost.
Anyway,
Moving on.
so you go about your things. You get your watches set up. What's your watch order this evening?
Same as last
Would
night?
you like to go again? First,
Sure.
Okay.
follow behind the food.
Okay, great. Go ahead. Make perception check. Spoot. Yeah.
That's better.
Spoot, looking around, these rocks are very large and very massive, and you're looking at them, and it looks like they've either been like had impacts on them, or things have like pieces of them have been broken off at various points in time. It's weird. There's all kinds of like depressions from maybe like rocks falling and then rolling away, or earthquaking or something.
Giants.
Who said that?
But yeah,
I was talking to my
but
sleep.
you don't hear anything dangerous. You don't see anything come up in the firelight. Do you keep the fire low? Do you bank it up?
I'm gonna keep it low for now.
Okay. Then yeah,
Um,
within the like 30 feet that you can see, there's nothing dangerous going on.
Eat more stew.
I will eat more stew.
Okay.
Do I manage to or work on my what did I accomplish tonight on my little tile set as I
Go ahead, make a dexterity check.
Oh boy.
Can you use your Wisdom of the Ages?
I don't actually have the tools, so no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
mean,
you
just
make
kinda use that one.
progress. You spent some time like kind of looking around at the rocks like immediately surrounding you, but it turns out pretty well. You make another couple of tiles.
Okay. That's not
One
bad.
day. One day it will be finished.
You figure you've got like 60 to 70% done.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah.
And I did want to ask Rick for some help, so perhaps I'll do that tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. That's it. I'm gonna write down some notes about the curious nature of the rocks in this location in my journal.
Cool. Who's up next?
Defects, I believe. I'm gonna wake up Defect.
All right, cool. Defect, you are awoken. Perception check, natural 20.
I was about to.
Yeah, double
Nice.
20s.
Wow. I was
Wow.
about to
Yeah.
say I'm gonna start this thing where I give guidance to the next person, but
No, he doesn't
Yeah.
need it.
you
Double
do you.
nat 20. Very nice. Cool.
I can hear the color of the wind.
Yeah, you do hear wolves howling in the very far distance, but it's just like this echo that washes back towards you.
I thought you were gonna be using all the things I'm printing out for you today.
Matt, Matt, you're not muted.
Matt,
You are not
Matt, you're
muted,
not
Matt.
muted.
You're not. You weren't
Really thought I
muted.
was muted.
Great. Do you keep the fire banked low, or do you bring it back up to see more spook or defect?
I'll keep it low.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you keep it low. You notice that these rocks are definitely they've definitely like seen damage or battle of some kind. There's all these depressions around the place. It is like the geography, you don't really know much about the geography, like how these rocks got here, but like definitely stuff's gone down here before.
Cool.
Yeah. But you do not hear anything dangerous. You do not see anything dangerous. So yeah.
Peaceful night. I'll go and this time I'll wake up.
Who?
Adis, you.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, your audio cut out just as you said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
what, you can't read lips?
Oh
I
my
saw.
God.
I met what he knew.
Listen, just because you two have like this extreme friendship.
A natural bond.
Yeah.
Cool. So Adis, it is a the firelight is low, not that you necessarily need it, but it is low. You can bank it, leave it there, or put it out, it's up to you. But go ahead and make a perception check.
I don't need it.
So you douse the fire.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And now we can't have hot coffee in the morning.
We can make another fire. $22s.
Cool. Yeah, so as you are kind of like hanging out between all these rocks and everything, eventually you do hear you hear what sounds like heavy footsteps kind of trudging in your direction.
I rush to wake up everybody.
Okay.
Guys, come on. We need to go. And then I'll pass without a trace and just like kind of scoot everybody in a direction. Just leave the tent. We'll come back for it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Do you all rush off with Adis in the dark?
Yeah, I'll say the words as we're going though, so maybe it closes.
What are the words? I want to hear the act.
Place fan.
Now
That's
it's
how
not
I've
the
been
time.
saying it.
Okay.
I'm assuming they hear. Guys, listen. There's giant footsteps coming. We should probably
Yeah. So
move out of the way.
So great. Defect and Spoot, you cannot see very well. So everyone make stealth checks. Defect and Spoot, you are at disadvantage,
Can I?
but you do get to add the +10 from Adis's spell.
Oh, I'm gonna give myself guidance. I'm gonna need it.
16.
Okay.
Oh, look at that. This might be the least clumsy I've ever walked.
Me and
Wow.
Greg disappear into the night.
Cool.
Gone.
And I'm so proud of myself, and I look
so
up and
with
everyone.
a 26 from Greg, a 26 from Olive, a 16 from Defect, a 28 from Adis, and a 30
20.
from Spoot. He gave himself guidance.
God damn it,
He was
dude.
worried.
I was worried.
You all like
You're the
rush
stealthiest
off
horde that ever was.
in a direction like parallel or perpendicular to the noise that Adis heard. Yeah. So, yeah, you rush off away into the night.
I mean, I don't want to like I want to come back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
From
there's enough like rocky fields that you can like curve
Yeah.
around.
I just want to hide,
Yeah.
but 'cause I also want to see what's coming.
Okay. Yeah, so you hide behind like another set of rock formations, and you see it's far enough away that you can't tell what it is, but you can see four large figures, like maybe like 10 feet tall, but it's hard to make out details in the light, in the starlight. But they walk past where your tent is, like in the process of slowly folding itself up.
So how far away would you say they are?
They're probably like 75 feet away. You could stealth
wait,
closer if you want to see.
Do I have the spell yet? Oh no, it's locate plants and animals. Never mind. I thought I had locate
Over there.
creature. Guys, wait here. I'll be right back. And then I'm just going to keep distance from them still, but just like to get a little bit of a better glimpse, kind of like round around them a little bit more and kind of more from the side.
Yeah, go ahead, make another stealth check. And your pass without a trace is still up, so you get to have the +10 still.
Yeah. 24.
We
So
all lost it, right?
yeah,
Well, if you guys are
all
just
stay where
low.
you are, so you keep what you had. If you move or do anything, you'll lose it. But you keep the score you previously had. So with a 24, Adis, you stealth behind, and you see a gathering of four large creatures. They're hunched over, big like barrel muscle chests, big bulging arms, kind of a open slack jaw, and like really tiny eyes. Go ahead and make a nature check.
Can we? Are we still gonna consider this forest?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna add +6 to this. 17.
These are four ogres.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute,
Yeah,
cute.
you know that they're giantkin.
Do I know if they're hostile?
Oh, very much so. Ogres are known to join up with like either more ogres or orcs or goblins or all kinds of things, and like they'll raid villages if they're in their territory. They're kind of sadistic. Like part of their culture is that they are violent and not that smart. For the most part,
Okay.
they survive by beating other things up and eating them.
Cute. So they're just standing around.
No, they're like passing through the area.
Oh, okay.
Make an insight check.
Because I was gonna get them to leave. Yo.
Yeah, like they stop every once in a while and kind of like turn their head and say something to one another, but you can't understand what they're saying. And then they just like keep moving.
Wait, what language is? Oh yeah, no. Okay. All right. I'll kind of like tail them for a distance until I know that it's like they seem to be far enough away, and then I'll go back to the group.
Yeah, they soon enough are like entering the forest again and leaving the rocky clearing.
Okay. So I'll go back to the group.
And you see one of them kind of like take this like massive club that they're wearing and just kind of bonk the other one on the head. It's like, "Arr!" You don't know why, but he did that.
Sometimes you just have to.
Yeah.
Maybe he was talking about lip slots.
Yeah, probably. I'll go fetch everybody.
Okay.
So those were ogres? They're not very friendly.
A what now?
An
You
ogre?
don't say.
Yeah, all of you are very familiar with ogres.
They're not nice at all.
No. I'm glad that I heard them coming, because that would have been a rude awakening, I think.
I probably would have slept through it again.
If you can sleep through a club slamming on your head, I want your ability to sleep. That's Tanner speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would prefer to catch those kinds of things by surprise instead of them sneaking up on us.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Let's head back to bed. There's no fire.
Where's the tent? I can't see.
I'll open it again. Hang on.
Hold on. Let's get closer first. Okay, now.
I'll hold Defect's hand and be leading Defect back.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Now that we're not like panic going.
Yeah.
we good?
Now that you're all like helping each other and able to move with a little bit more ease, it's not difficult to get back to your campsite, get the tent reopened, and settle back in for a rest. Finish that up. It does take a little bit longer, but eventually, Adis, your watch comes to an end. The dawn is probably cresting, but you know that you all still need to sleep because it took a while for those ogres to get to a point that you felt safe enough to return.
Okay. I'll wake up Greg.
All right.
Greg.
Already? Okay.
I need a little bit more sleep. That was a bit of something else.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Greg, you can go ahead and make a perception check.
I was gonna say once Adis is back to sleep, I'm gonna wake up Olive and say, "It's your turn," and then I'm gonna go back to bed. Wake me up when you're done.
Okay.
Oh, I love it. Love it.
Wow.
I suppose I did sleep through the last one, so.
True.
Trust Olive and is sleepy.
Yeah. All
Love
right.
it.
So then,
Love it.
Olive, go ahead and make a perception check. So yeah, Olive, looking around, you can see like the fresh prints that the ogres made. You're familiar with those kinds of signs, though. Ogres occasionally roam through your neck of the woods. You figure you're maybe like a day out from your cave, so you're kind of familiar with this this like open rocky field. You haven't spent a lot of time here, but you've definitely seen it or been by it once or twice in your adventures and foraging out there. But yeah, nothing happens, nothing sneaks up on you. The day arrives. It was already kind of dawn when you began your watch, but you know that people need to sleep a little bit more. But eventually, enough time passes. Go ahead, roll a d20 for me, Olive. Okay, cool. Great. So the sky is a little bit overcast, which is okie dokie, but you know, something that happens.
Uh-huh.
And yeah,
Plants around here can use the rain.
yeah, it's not quite raining. It's just kind of cloudy and overcast. But yeah, cool. You wake everybody up. As you awaken everybody up, you go ahead. Everyone, make a perception check for me.
Oh, that's disgusting. Hold on.
Cool.
Ugh.
So Craig, you see something very high in the sky. It looks like an eagle or something.
There's a bird up there. I think it's an eagle. That's a bird, right? It's big.
What is it?
Up there.
Yeah, by the time Greg points it out, it's gone.
Oh.
Was it like scary big or just a big bird?
I mean, like, it was a bird. I don't know. It was way up there.
Yeah,
It was
it was really high up. It was very difficult to see.
I mean, you know, we have birds here.
Okay.
Welcome to the forest. We have birds.
Sure, it was bigger
Welcome
than
to the
ones I'd noticed
forest.
before.
We've got birds here.
Dead.
Oh, dear.
We got worms and all kinds of things. No matter what you do. Anyway, instead of Guns N' Roses, it's swords and ivy. I don't know.
Infecting the chickens.
Yeah.
Defected the chicken.
Defect on the chickens.
Ducks.
All the ducks.
Quack pack.
Quack, quack. Wonderful.
Quack,
Great.
quack.
So, you all are heading back into the area. You know, Olive, that you're definitely like in your neck of the woods. So you know there's all kinds of creatures that like roam these woods. Broken Lake, the Broken Lake is like the big water source in the area. So all kinds of creatures live in the surrounding areas. There's little rivers and ponds and pools of water and springs and stuff. But Broke Lake is like the area to be in. And your cave is a few hours away from that. You figure you either today, maybe, but definitely by tomorrow at some point you'll reach your cave.
Primeval awareness.
Sure, go for it.
6 miles.
Mm-hmm.
Assuming we're still in the forest.
Mm-hmm. Great. You do not get any pings off of your
Okay.
stuff.
They're just animals. If you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone.
Yeah.
How'd you know what I was looking for?
You had that look.
What's that look?
That look when you're like, you know, trying to figure stuff out.
I mean, my
What?
eyes.
And Greg does it too.
No, hold on, Greg. Hold on. Let me just put this on your eyes.
Get off of me.
So as you're walking in, Adis is like futzing with Grig's eyes.
It's waterproof. It's fine.
You are all having a grand old time. Kind of marching. You're kind of marching like a northeaster direction. Northeaster, yeah, we'll go with that. You know, so it's all great and fine. When you hear, like the cry of like a bird of prey, and you look around you and you see 3 figures diving towards you. And as they approach, you can see that they are getting bigger and bigger. And the wings coming out of the sun suddenly reveal a long body and 4 arms and a tail and claws as 3 creatures dive down and descend on you.
Misty Step?
Way to save your own skin.
You guys are all like
I'm a ranger.
passing through an area here. I need everyone to go ahead. And these creatures are diving out of the air towards you.
Are you about to change the map?
I am about to change the map.
Do I have time to like 30 feet away?
On your turn. But I need everyone. They
How
fly
many of
very
them are there?
quickly.
But I can't be caught off guard in the wood.
You weren't.
I told you they was coming, sort of.
Yeah.
And we heard the cry.
Yeah, so it just means neither of you get to surprise round. That's all it means.
Oh, we have to switch map.
Yep. So here we
Gotcha.
go.
Yes. Not clicking. Now clicking. I was talking to myself. Sorry.
I see.
No worries.
Ooh,
Yeah,
dude.
as long as you click, it's all good. So yes. Oh, I've got 2 here from Adis. I think the 20 is the second one.
Was what he rolled first.
Yeah, it wasn't. It said it wasn't sent on top, but it what you guys can still see it.
Yeah. I've got
Oh, okay, then 5.
Defect. I need you to roll some
I
initiative.
clicked, it popped up. I have a 16 here.
You have a
It
16? Okay.
It should pop up soon for you guys.
Oh, I will just add it, and if it adds it again, so be it.
One day.
Cool. Oh, yep.
There we
it
go.
is. There it is. Great. Cool.
Wow, Spoot is going before me. What world is this?
Yeah. So these creatures are diving out of the air. Olive, what are you gonna do? Go ahead, make a quick nature check for me, Olive. So yeah, you know, because you are from this area, that these are hippogriffs.
Eh.
Yeah.
Cute.
So they look like this. They are like part eagle, part lion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they look like it.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a hippogriff and a griffin?
There is
Opposite faces.
one. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They don't look like hippos at all.
Yeah.
They look like eagles and lions.
Yep. There is a. They're closely related, but they are different enough to be separate species. But Olive, what are you gonna do?
There's 3 of them.
Yeah, and they're probably about 30 feet in the air now.
30 feet straight up.
Yep, and they are diving towards you.
to attempt to cast some animal friendship on them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Animal friendship.
So you cast the spell, and it has no effect.
Damn it. That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
I mean, that was my action. No, that's all I get to do.
All
I
right.
think. I'm gonna duck behind this shrub.
Okay. You duck behind the shrub. Fair enough. Greg, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Greg is gonna scramble on their tool belt, pull out the C wrench, the adjustable wrench, and the jeweler's hammer, and slam them together and cast Shatter up between like with these two, I guess, between the two closest. Shush, doggo. He's very excited,
Cool.
He wants these hippogriffs.
apparently.
So-
DC 15 con save.
Okay, great. They both succeed.
Damn, they still take half damage.
All right. So they each take 8 damage, 8 thunder damage. Yeah, the area you launch your spell into, it doesn't deter them. They keep on diving towards you all.
All right, well then I'm gonna do my bonus action disengage. Not that they can reach me, but I am also going to scamper. I guess this is a tree stump.
Yep, this is a tree stump over here.
Yeah, I'm gonna scamper behind the tree stump.
Yeah, there actually is like a tree there, so you're actually like on the other side of the tree. So good thinking.
Okay, great.
Defect, it is your turn.
Oh, I see the shadow. That's
Um,
fancy.
That is very
I
fancy.
will move up to where Greg was just standing, and I will rage,
Okay.
and I will ready an attack. So the next creature that comes within my range, I will swing my axe at it.
All right. Cool. All right. It is now their turn. And they quickly dive in, and they just dive in right at you. And in the process, they just dive right down. Pachoo, pachoo, pachoo. Defect, one of them enters your range, so you can go ahead and launch your attack. Uh, 17
Okay.
will hit for 15 points of damage. Very nice. Yeah, it's really hurt, and it's very angry. And as it dives down, it tries to slash you with its beak and its claws.
Okay.
What's your armor class?
18.
Okay, neither one hits you. You block one and manage to not feel the effects of the others. The other two, one dives towards you, Spoot. Its beak can't get past your defenses. You block it with your shield, but its claws come in for 10 points of slashing damage as it rakes across your shoulder.
Ouch.
It was a 20 to hit.
Ouch.
Adis, the one next to you, dives in. But what's your armor class? 15? You manage to duck just under the beak and avoid the claws very easily. It seems like it couldn't quite gauge. It didn't gauge the distance well. But Spoot, it is your turn.
Ouch. That stung. I'm gonna do this. Oh, it didn't go. I'm gonna do this.
All right.
On all three of them. I'm
All
gonna
right.
use the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So they are all baned by you. You're concentrating on the bane. Anything else?
No.
All right.
I think that's it.
Adis, it is your turn.
So I have a question.
Yeah.
If something is not 5 feet, it cannot fit through the portal I can open, correct?
No, things can move through smaller spaces. They just move at half speed through them.
Okay. And
You can squeeze down.
if I open it from in front of me, can they enter from the other side?
You don't
Or
know.
is it a one? Because I could just possibly pop one of these out of existence. Sure, let's try it.
Send it where?
The astral sea.
Oh.
Or the astral plane. Either
Okay.
one.
So you are going to carve up a little doorway directly in front of you, between you.
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm going to Misty Step 30 feet away.
Okay.
Yeah. So I will Misty Step up to here.
Okay.
Then I will run another. Yeah, I'll run to like here.
Okay.
And I'll like call out to the bird, "Hey, I'm over here now. Come and get me." And then I'm gonna get ready to, like, once it's really close, I'm gonna slash the scimitar down and open up the portal.
Okay, so you're holding your action to open the portal if it comes within range.
Yes.
Okay. Olive, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna.
Don't provoke it. I want to do this.
What are you going to do, Olive?
Get distracted. I'm gonna send some infestation at this guy.
Okay.
No, that's the one I'm trying to.
It fails and takes 4 poison damage.
And it moves 5 feet west.
All right, so it stumbles over this way and kind of brushes against the rock. Anything else?
Nope.
Greg, it is your turn.
Great. Greg is going to peek out and cast Fairy Fire. Trying to think of the size. I'll probably do these two.
So like
There's
that?
no good with 3. Yeah.
All right, cool. They make dex saves.
Jace, and it's a DC 15.
They both succeed.
Bastards. Well, that was fun.
So no effect on the fairy fire there.
Oakley
Oh wait,
dokleys.
they have to
Saving
roll.
Bane?
They have to roll -4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, the Bane.
Um.
I knew I was forgetting something.
So then one does fail. One does fail.
Excellent.
This top one here is now lined in fairy fire.
Oh, I guess that would
Great.
affect the infestation maybe too, huh?
It had already failed that.
It failed it anyway.
Oh, it did fail. Oh, never mind.
Great. Anything else, Craig?
Bonus action hide.
All right. Go ahead, make a stealth check.
Nat 1.
Great. So you think you're hidden really well.
Yeah, definitely for sure.
Defect. It is your turn.
Get a towel over your
Great.
head.
It's right next to me.
Yep.
Did it
And
fly
it's
back up?
and it is lined with fairy fire, so you have advantage.
Yeah, let's hit it. All right, swing number 1. For
Yeah.
17.
You swing into it, and your axe begins to sing to you in that very familiar way.
Ooh, I will not use dusting method this
All
time
right.
around.
All right.
Let the
Matter's
body
Bane is denied, but the creature takes an axe straight to the chest and falls down dead.
And then I will swing over to Spoot here.
Yeah.
Swing at this one.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh.
Oh
15, wait.
no,
Well, that's right. It's not fairy fire.
it
So
is
yeah.
not.
Matter's Bane is mad at you.
So yeah,
Yeah.
Mattersbane is angry. You end up taking 2 points of damage as you overextend and kind of as your arm goes by its face, you scratch yourself on the tip of its beak.
Mhm.
But you are raging, so it reduces to 1, I guess.
Nice.
Next
Flesh
up,
wound.
the hippogriffs. This one is going to attack you because you tried to attack it.
Mhm.
However, neither the beak nor the claw hits you. This one is going to charge straight at Olive
Ew.
because you,
You attacked it.
yeah, you sent bugs at it. That is a 17 to hit and a 16 to hit.
Oh yeah, those hit.
For a total of 10 points of piercing damage and 5 points of slashing damage.
Oh boy.
Ouch.
I'm sorry, the Bane didn't help you very much there, did it?
Actually, thank you for
Yeah.
reminding me.
Attack roll.
So that would have been then a 14 to hit and a 13 to hit.
Yeah, they still would have hit.
Okay.
Oh.
Spoot, it is your turn.
I'm a druid. I can't wear very much armor.
Fair enough. I think it might be time to
What you got, Spoot?
pull out my secret weapon, as it were.
Bro.
And I can use that immediately. Yeah? There's no reason I can't. Oh,
Your-
which I just
Yep.
did, because that's what it is.
Your spiritual weapon? Yeah. Where do you want it to show up?
Right here. Well, right here, I guess, attacking this thing.
Bonk. All right. So the spiritual weapon of Spoot, the turtle club,
Yes.
shows up and makes its attack. 24 absolutely hits for 13 points of damage. A solid thwack in the face of this hippogriff. Brr!
Take that.
What else do you want to do? Anything?
I would like to take a look at Olive here and see how they are doing.
Sure. Go ahead. You turn your head around. Olive is pretty hurt. She looks hurt. Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Great. Cannot double cast spell, so I will stop.
All right, Adis.
I guess I'll shoot the one that's hurt that I was trying to send to a different plane of existence.
Yeah, go for it. Fire away.
So this is just piercing damage.
Yep. 12
Well.
hits. Yep.
Oh. 7 piercing.
All right. Yep. Funk, arrow right in the back.
16
hits.
10 piercing.
Yeah, the second arrow lands right in the back of the skull, and it cries out "Arr!" and dies. The body
The
just
sound-
like roaring back and falling like on the ground directly in front of Olive in a big pile of dust. Olive, it is your turn. Well, Adis, do you want to do anything else?
Nope.
Okay. 1 death down. Success for Adis. Olive, it is your turn. The creature that was attacking you is now dead.
Yay!
What would you like to do?
No, try to do some things. That's a touch thing. I can't touch anything.
I mean, you could move and touch something like
I could.
You could get there.
I could. But I'm gonna send some moonbeam at our remaining.
All right. It makes a Constitution saving throw, minus a D4. So it fails because of the Bane. Yeah. And it takes 5 points of radiant damage. Very nice. Anything else?
Nope, the moonbeam stays there, but for
Okay.
up to a minute.
All right, so you're concentrating on that bad boy.
Yes.
Cool, cool. All right, Greg, it is your turn.
Cool. Gonna poke their head out. I told you they were eagle things, and just firebolt the remaining. What's it? 15
Yeah, you totally hit.
plus my D8. 17 damage.
What does it look like when you immolate this creature?
Well, I would say that I hit it right in the face, and the feathers just like burn away.
Yeah, the entire head of this thing just burns away, leaving just like a plucked chicken head behind. It is singed, it is scorched, smells really bad for those close by. But the danger has passed.
So much poultry today.
Yeah. Well done, everybody. And that, with a successful destruction of 3 hippogriffs, is where we will end tonight's session. So good job. Yeah, you did a lot. You're very close to Olive's Cave. Hopefully by tomorrow you will make it there. Let's do a quick round of goodbyes. And yeah, we'll do that. Why don't we start with Spoot?
Hi. Thanks for watching. And come back next week.
All right.
That's all.
Cool.
Stay safe.
And down to Adis.
Thanks for watching, guys. Have a lovely week.
Try to have as much energy as
I'm
Tanner.
tired.
It was a long day and a long battle. We did go a couple minutes over, but that's okay. We had to deal with these hippogriffs. Olive.
Thanks, y'all. Good night. Stay safe. Stay home. Wear a mask. Hopefully next week my dog won't make a cameo.
Or hopefully.
Nothing wrong with the doggy.
Yeah.
And Greg.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. I'm gonna boost my friend's Etsy again. Circ Works, CIRK Works. Make lovely little leather dice bags. I can't reach it. It's back there. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Wonderful. And Defect.
Everyone, thanks for watching. Have a great night and a great week. See you here next.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for watching. I've been Jared, your Dungeon Master. Thank you to Boba Fett Ware for following us this evening. And thank you to all of you who keep coming on. We're going to do a quick little raid on the Venture Maidens. And check out Mateo and I on Mid-Level Adventurers, or Matt and I on Mid-Level Adventurers. Follow us on Nuuli Forged on Twitter and Instagram to keep up to date, and check out our Facebook page. In the meantime, we will be back here next week for more crazy shenanigans and maybe Olive's Cave. So goodbye, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Bye.